Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThATuMBRELLAgUY. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me. I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me. I'm a man.
You know what? I talk to your mayor.
Like my coffee, extra mad and bitter. Internet lawyer, all like you, so yeah, the man's a quitter. He's strapped face up behind the platinum grill. My style faceless, just pick these mic skills. And in the street killer, I will not be denied. That I'm mic'd up, I raise my head with pride. A force of nature, cruising the whip, doing walk-bys on your boulevard. Face my verbal clip. In this land of live streams, baby, I'm on the road. Got my feet on the media, scraping them up my soles. It's that umbrella guy facing the accusers. Cleated out size 14s, crushing all those losers. That umbrella guy, they said we couldn't make it. Never ask permission, just sense, I'll go and take it. The media buzzwords, they will never save you. Listen and believe it's meant to enslave you. Challenging the hypocrites, and baby, I'm on fire. They flash titles like they're royalty, but it's true that I'm a journalist. Scribble nursey rhymes, one in this grill in a basket, with a tisket and a tasket, and their morals in a casket. No morals in a casket. They're always pushing make believe and weaving straw to gold, but I'm sick of all the fairy tales and buying what I'm sold. Strolling into the backyard, taking truth on tour, baby, there is sickness, and that umbrella guy's got the cure. Look, it's that umbrella guy knocking at the door. No more ministry of truth than the plot of 1984. I'm dumping all my verbal clips, the case is filled with knowledge. They're on the mic like kindergarten, and I'm taking them to college. Why the mask, baby? Cause this has to be a crime. I'll take the mic and boom, there in the chalk outline. I used to throw elbows, but now I'm dropping nukes. You wrote another hit piece, isn't that cute? And the worst part, they'll never learn it before the stakes start channeling, crash and burn. They pretend that we need to get their permission. That umbrella guy crushing their ambitions. You're not my competition, it's that umbrella. It's that umbrella guy steamrolling them out for fun. Mic check, mic wreck, paging this army of one. There's no hesitation, no doubt, not even a scintilla. The Tokyo baby and me, I'm Godzilla. Crushing them like Godzilla, like Godzilla.
What's up, folks? How's it going today? Man, that was a very close one today. Right behind enough, Megan was like, hey, what's going on? Calling and stuff. Are you asleep?
I thought maybe you were sleeping because at
it's a good guess.
8:06, I'm like, he's coming. He's on the way. He'll be here. 8:11, though, I'm like, crap. He's asleep.
It's a good guess, man. Today for some
that late afternoon nap got a little long, maybe.
Yeah, actually, what'll happen a lot of times, the phone, like if I pick it up or something, like and I lay down, the alarm won't go off right. So if I've gone to reset it or something like that and pick the phone up, that's usually a problem right there. But now today, it just did not want to cooperate. It's like, it's going to be one of those days again,
Well, yeah, the chat's pointing out you're in with the wrong avatar today. You should be your Pope Tug avatar should be used. It's Pope Day. We have a new Pope, and he's from Chicago. So you notice I have my patron saint of breadsticks avatar. There you go, Pope Tug the Third, Pope Leo the 14th from Chicago, a Cubs fan apparently. It's a good day to be a Catholic. It's been a lot of fun. We did that. I covered that live during the Karen Reed trial because we got the white smoke right in the middle of Brennan's boring examination of Trooper Buchanan. So it was kind of a good excuse to be like, hey, let's flip over there. And you know what the funny thing is? When the Pope started speaking, they had a interpreter who sounded exactly like Nick Rekieta.
Oh,
and
no.
Nick was in the chat because we were all teasing. We're like, it could be Nick. It was funny. And Nick was in the chat too because he was on a plane, so he wasn't streaming today. But he was like, oh my God, this guy has my voice. I want it back. He's thinking about suing. Yeah.
Freaking, could you imagine that? Oh my God, could you really imagine that? Like him getting hired by, they're like, what would be a great idea? We really needed a spokesperson. Let's get that guy online. We saw some, he draws a crowd. Oh man. Oh, I'd love to see that actually. I would pay to see that, Oh,
it was funny.
Catholics, yes, that's a good idea. Yeah, speaking of the white smoke, actually, I've got a Pope picture with that. So let me get that one out since it's the white smoke day. There we go.
It was so fun because Hangry, he goes to Catholic school and perfect. That one's perfect.
Yep.
Hangry goes to Catholic school and they had celebrations all day. They were watching it live and their priest was with them and they were just having the best time. So it's a fun day. I know non-Catholics don't get it. Everyone's like, what's the big deal? But it's a big deal. You don't get to see it very often. We had a fun time watching it and the kids all enjoyed it. It's good that they make it a big spectacle. It's a lot of fun. So we had a good time today. Yeah, Robert, my anxiety was over the Vatican roof for sure, waiting.
Vatican roof. Oh, God.
I was so anxious. I don't know why. I was just like, get it over with already. I can't take it anymore.
That's funny. Oh man, are you telling me? Let me say. Let me find the right picture for this. This is going to be how Megan is feeling. I've been doing my my feelings today in Stupid Dave's. Let's see. You feel it where you're kind of like this. Dun, dun, dun.
Get closer in on those eyes. Get in.
I look at him.
Look at it.
Actually, there's a better picture.
How I imagine Laura Owen's mugshot's gonna look.
Oh my God, that video with him, man. He was.
I still didn't watch it. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh Lord, here, look at him. Here's when Jeremy Hales, either real or fake, right? This is when that pops up in his chat when he's free. It's like he's like, oh no. Oh my God. Oh
God, he's going to write a book on bullying. Did you hear? He's
going to he's going to write a book on
apparently this is bullying.
Yeah, but not only that, no, it gets better. So he's going to write a book on bullying and he's going to put in a picture of a germ You know, the same thing that they use. Yeah, the same image that they use for 2Ls. A germ. Totally not germy, though. And he's going to be, the germ is a bully. I was like, yeah. And the fat guy in it that's there, he's probably a piece of shit, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand their definitions. I mean, I don't believe adults bully one another. I don't think bullying is a thing like for adults. It's more of a childhood issue. Once you become an adult, you either encounter assholes and ignore them or deal with them or whatever and move on. But I don't think adults ought to be wandering around complaining about being bullied. Like bullying, first of all, it's not a crime. Whatever, it's even nebulous. How do you even define it outside of childhood? It's one thing when there's children involved, right? That's something we try to keep them from doing to one another. But at some point, some people need a little bullying, like to like get the message. This is socially unacceptable. However you're acting right now, it's socially unacceptable, and so the greater group will mock you a little, so you stop.
Yeah.
Sometimes bullying is effective.
Yep, like the Queen song, "We will mock you." Oh wait, no, that's
we will mock you. There's nothing wrong with mockery. It's just there. It's a human reaction to inappropriate
some people need
behavior.
to be mocked. I hate to say, but some people
They do.
really deserve it.
They do, and sometimes mockery solves some social issues, right? Because some people will stop because they don't like being ridiculed or they don't like being mocked. It sure is better than throwing hands.
Oh yeah,
it's not violent.
That's what. Hey, when I was in school, man, I know it's the Wayback Machine and all that, but that's the way it went. You'd probably rather have these days when you get mocked versus somebody, pulling you into another room and beating the crap out of you.
Well, yeah. Well, exactly. They bully you in the Army all day long. You go to the Army. How do they get you in shape? Well, they bully the shit out of you. It's not illegal. It's how you teach. It's how you teach human beings sometimes where the lines are, the appropriate way to behave and the inappropriate way to behave. Sometimes a little mockery and ridicule, it helps. I think. Well, I'm a child of the '80s. I say make bullying great again. When we grew up, we either got bullied or we bullied, but we got over it. And it helped you become stronger, and it helped you figure out.
You didn't sit online like it's there's a difference also in talking about your day and trying to use the 60 people that show up for your show as a free therapy session. There's a big difference, and that tells me that somebody's got a real problem in life.
Agreed. Of course, he admits to those problems, but if I were his
I think it's less than that. See, I don't believe that's the problem though. That's my issue there. Like for me, I just think that he wants his cake. It looks like it too. He looks like he wants his cake and he wants to eat.
He definitely eats a lot of cake.
But he does look like that though. I mean, and he wants to be a commentary channel. He wants to talk shit and to start shit and stuff, but he can't take it. You can't be that. If you want to fuck around and call yourself a commentary channel, comment on other YouTubers. Make videos where you start shit with people. Then you need a thick skin. Not a lot of skin. You need a thick skin,
Well, he's got a lot of skin.
Exactly.
But it's pretty thin. Being so thin-skinned, though, makes you wonder how it holds all of that weight in.
I mean, seriously. I mean, if he feels bad, like he should hit up AI Buffalo Bill, from Silence of the Lambs. Like he likes the big guys, the big girls. He likes them, so you talk to him. He'll make him feel better. There is an AI version of that thing, by the way. There really is.
Sunset Seeker. No, my daughter was not bullied at school. She had a crime committed against her. That's a different thing. That's completely different.
And again,
I said it's different with children, didn't I?
Yes,
I said that multiple times.
There's a difference.
Children,
for,
there are
adults.
rules. But when you become an adult,
look, you're not being bullied when you can turn it off. You know, there's a
Exactly.
big difference too. When
He
I can
made his
switch the
career,
channel,
like you said, he's making his career, his whole channel about going after other YouTubers. And he's really going to cry and whine that those YouTubers turn around and give it back to him. What do you expect?
you want a one-way relationship with criticism, and that doesn't work. That doesn't work at all. You know, the commentary community too are some of the biggest douchebags online, because all they do is attack other YouTubers. That's all they do, and most people hate them. So if you want to be one of them, well, you better be ready to be reviled. And it's fascinating too. I mean, they do like cope streams. By the way, I have an interesting theory on that. So I noticed that Stupid decided he was going to come back. You know, he had 60 people, I think, around there, somewhere between 60 and 67. And the entire ecosystem was there. Now, you remember, you also had, weirdly enough, remember, he got kicked to the corner, you know, after all the Dave the Donor stuff. He was thrown out of the club. Then you have, weirdly, Michelle Preston screaming, and the kids screaming their names the other day to really disrupt Travis, right? That just starts it off. Then Stupid Dave comes back that day. For some reason, every ecosystem person is there. Now that seems bizarre, right? It seems pre-planned, but I really think it's about Dave the Donor. I think they're all missing those Dave the Donor dollars, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be, you know, because why else?
I agree. I mean, I think they're trying to win him back. And I don't understand why Dave continues this. You know, he keeps saying my mental health is bad. So turn it off. So stop doing this. Stop talking about Jeremy Hales. You're already being sued. I don't know why these people continue. Why don't you put your head down for a while and get your shit together and try to figure out how to fight this lawsuit?
Well, something came up about that. Okay, so in that chat, there was a Jeremy Hales, you know, whether real, rather not. And he, like, you have Dave lose his ever-loving mind and flipping out because, let's see. If you look at these screenshots, these wonderful ones, the reason they exist actually is because of the little screenshot over here. You can see it. There's a what?
Yeah, and they were all whining on the Facebook page saying Jeremy's harassing him. I'm sorry. This man has a public YouTube channel. He is talking about Jeremy Hales, and Jeremy Hales is harassing him by responding and just saying, "See you in court." Like
that. Well, yeah, that's even more interesting. You remember when, like him or not, you remember Wes Dockery?
Oh yeah.
You remember a certain internet lawyer deciding he was going to comment on his page while there was an open investigation and him making threats?
Yeah, he threatened him.
So I seem to remember all those ecosystem clowns being like, "Hey, that's no big deal. He should be able to comment." It's an open YouTube system. Don't you remember all that? So I seem to remember all that deflection. So you can't have it both ways. And this isn't, oh man, you know, this is a statement of fact. There is a federal court case.
There's a court case. It's in federal court, and Dave's going to have to go. So I don't see how this is a problem.
Well, I mean, it's again, he's running an open freaking comment. He's running a chat. If he doesn't want it, he can close his chats down.
He could have blocked him. He could have blocked him from the channel preemptively. He knows his handle on YouTube, but he didn't. So that's like an invitation.
He doesn't want that at all. I mean, he can't. Like, he gets that victim currency, you know. It's a freaking. Without that, what else does he have?
Yeah, I know the screenshots are dark. Somebody had
it is. Well, there's
whoever took them was on dark mode or something.
There's a black and white one, actually. Let me see where it rolled up to. Give me a minute. I'll throw that one in there. It's clearer in the background. Give me a minute. There we go. How's that? I think that.
Oh, yeah, that's better.
I mean, it's just to see you in court. Actually, it's funny because 2L was encouraging him to strike people if they pull up his book. The book that, again, you can make a satire book about somebody. You really can. Now you have to be careful. Again, you want to call them a bully and all of this other stuff. They can see it in civil court about that. But I mean, maybe it will be protected under parody and satire. You never know. I mean, you can try and see what happens. I've seen people do that. Parody and satire. That's fine. But to think that nobody can comment on your pages from that, they can't pull it up online, is stupid as hell. In fact, they start flagging like that. It'd be really weird. It'd be really weird if they made a comic or any kind of comic or coloring book. They tried to put it online to host it, as a parody and satire on somewhere like an Amazon or anywhere else, and they start flagging people. That would be really dumb. Two reasons. First of all, that would start people flagging, and that's never good.
Right.
That's lose. I heard, by the way, a couple of chubs got hit the other night because they were showing pictures with the peewees. They were showing, like, I would show the image.
Oh,
it was,
my God. Seriously?
yeah, it was like a drawn, like, by my peen rock thing, and it looked really gross. It looked really, yes, but they got hit for that, apparently. I was like, what? Somebody sent me a screenshot of it. Like, oh my God, man. Like I said, I would pull that up here, but, well, I got hit for it. That would mean I would probably get hit for it. That wouldn't be any
probably
fun.
shouldn't do that. Did you happen to see the photo that somebody put up of all the anti-What the Hales ecosystem on Facebook with filters on their faces to make them look, like normal looking people? Did you see it? I was like, there is something really wrong with this picture. Because they made Lynette look about 20 years old. I was like, what the heck? Who did this and why? They think we're dumb or something. Like, oh yeah, these are what these people look like. It's hilarious.
I swear to God. Well, they're like, it's better. Otherwise, they look like they need numbers in front of their names.
I have to show it to you. It's really funny.
Okay.
I can't believe you haven't seen this. I'm gonna find it. It might take me a couple.
No, now I want to see it.
I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna get there. I don't have it exactly right now, but it's on there and it's funny. There it is. Okay.
I really think they think that Dave the donor, though, is going to come back to their. If he does, man, I'm going to endlessly mock him. I hate to say, I really have to.
Check this out. Check out the filters. Wait, is this even here? Let me try this. Here, we can get bigger. Here, look at this. Look at the filter.
What in the world? That's weird.
And the Butter Twins too. This one's seriously filtered as well. And look at that. They even gave her teeth.
Why?
And look at
That's
Dave.
strange.
Look, they photoshopped out his forehead.
No. What they did is they brightened his face so you can't see how big he is. It kind of draws him away from his body.
They also smoothed it out somehow. I think like that doesn't look like him. Look at the soft filter on all of the. I mean, this one's really funny though. Come on, LP. Yeah, it's the glamour shot. I guess they couldn't do anything about these bozos though. They all look the same.
That's hilarious.
That is filtered like hell.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You can tell. Even then, man. Even then.
That's hilarious. Not a wrinkle on her. Look at that. It's like instant Botox. The internet filters are weird.
Yeah. It reminds me, my mom hit me up the other day and she was like, we're making a church flyer. I was like, that's cool. That sounds nice. She was like, no, I'm hitting you up because I don't want it to not look real, but I don't want to have wrinkles. I was like, you don't want to have wrinkles. What? Oh my
this
God.
Really hilarious video of a woman like on a video call or something, and she had a filter on her face, during the video, but she moved in a certain way that the filter kind of flickered and you saw what was underneath of it. And it, oh my Lord, it was terrible. I can't believe what these filters can do. Be careful out there, guys. Be careful, fellas, because the filters can cover all
Oh, you mean
manner
the
of
catfish? Oh, you've seen the freaking image that 2L's uses. I believe that's catfishing personally. I do. I mean, what else can you
it's
call
totally
that?
catfishing.
Yeah, because I was like that's not, that's not it. And if they were using like for me, I use a symbol for a face. Okay, I'm not claiming that I look 20 or anything like that. If you truly believe behind this that I have an umbrella for a face, oh, man, that's a little
Somebody
different.
left me a comment today on YouTube that cartoons are beneath me and I need to turn my camera on. I was like, ma'am, I need a break sometimes from the lights and the camera. If you would like to see my face, you can come during the day anytime. You can come by a live stream anytime during the day, but at night, I'm turning the camera off.
Man, forget that. You know what? It's beautiful to be able to take a break and to sit there and not really care. It's a nice
Yes.
feeling. I'm glad that I go. It's a double-edged sword. Not the YouTube filter likes it when you have a face. It likes to grab onto it, advertise with you. So it won't recommend you as much, but with live streams, it doesn't matter. With live streams, it's not grabbing onto that and wanting filter, for the material for thumbnails and whatnot. It doesn't care about that.
Did you see the pictures from the police file that were dropped of the inside of the shed?
Oh my God. Yes.
Can I show you something? Can we pull one of those up?
Yeah, there was one weird one I wanted to ask about. There's a person.
Oh yeah, that was Landon. He thinks he's funny in that weird. I think Jeremy
I
could
was
tell
like,
you
what
about
is
that.
I thought it was a gimp suit or something.
Yeah, something. It's like his Halloween costume. I think that's what he might have worn when he was trying to sneak onto Jeremy's property or something. I don't know. Why was he wearing it when the cops were taking pictures though? Here's the thing.
That's what I thought.
Here's what I want to know about. Here's what I want to know. Let me pull my little pencil out here. What in the hell? This is a pill crusher. Now I have one of these for the dog, right? Because I give the dog pills sometimes, and he's unbelievable. He won't take pills, so I have to crush it up and mix it into something. So there's one here. Then there's another picture where there's another one. Like, how many pill crushers do you need? And are you telling me that Family Services, CPS?
Good Lord, listen to that. Somebody's texting.
Your phone is blowing up. Is there
those are texts?
Wait a minute. Mine are too. Wait, mine is too. Hold on. I'm getting the same amount at the same time. We're getting the same texts. Oh, it's the pictures. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I was like, what the heck? I thought somebody.
Are you telling
I had to
me
make sure. I was like, no, hey, let me make sure that's not my mom. Or something.
Are you telling me that CPS came to this nightmare 28 times, 30 times, and they thought that this was a decent environment?
Actually, what I don't understand, again, and not just that, a kid with a life-threatening illness that
is this medicine or a beer bottle and medicine, and what is all like what a dirty this thing really bothers me. What is this growing mold on the floor? Look at
towel or
it's a dirty something. I don't know. It's gross. And listen, I don't care who you are or like what you think about Jeremy Hales or whatever, but are you telling me that you would think that if your grandchild was in this situation, living in a place like this with this unidentified, disgusting mold growing, God knows what's in here, rag on the floor with bugs and medicine, are you telling me you would think that was a safe environment? This is crazy. This is not okay in any sense of is that a face? What is that? Wait, why can't I go down there? There we go. What is I see eyeballs.
It's a little person. The little people.
Well, people on the wall.
Oh my God. The place is haunted. That is creepy.
What is that?
I don't know, but I'm scared now.
What is this?
It looks like some kind of Halloween mask.
Looks like a possessed nun.
It does.
What even is this, you guys? And a squash? Like we just have a squash, sitting on the floor by the it's a shelf thing donation jug right here. Like I don't understand, Tug. I don't understand what is Child Family Services thinking?
There's a bunch of these though.
I know. Look at this one. Look at this. So let me change. So now here is another. Right here is another pill crusher. Do you see it?
Well, that first pill crusher you show is like kid level. It's.
I know. And here's
low
another one.
world.
Why do they need so many pill crushers? What are we crushing pills for? Why are we putting the pills in food? And whose food are we putting them in? I think this is real strange. And I hope that they're for the animals. I hope they're not for the people. And I just don't understand how this is acceptable living conditions for anybody.
I just saw that one in that suit, and I was like, "What in the world is that?" When I saw this go up.
Oh, I mean, look, there's sharp things, a screwdriver hanging around. Like this is not safe. This is just not safe. It's just, and anybody who says it is, like, there's something wrong with you. Anyone who's like, it's perfectly fine. There's something wrong with you. This is not okay. This is what you would see on an episode of Hoarders.
Well, my issue, and two things out of that, my issue. Number one is, again, we're told that someone can't be around. At the end, it goes with the red flag stuff. Someone cannot be around that kind of nasty and mess, so we're told to have empathy and, all these GoFundMes and all this other stuff. And yet that's the condition there. That's what tens of thousands of dollars get you, I suppose. And on top of that, too, you also have, again, items that are very unsafe, that are kid level.
Oh, I don't even want to think about what's living in that carpet. How do you ever vacuum that? It's just got nothing but shit all over the place. And kids' toys. There's got to be so many bugs. It's freaking Florida.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
Oh, I can't think about it. I can't. This is just going to piss me off. But I mean...
Yeah, there's a whole series of those too.
There's a lot more of them. There's just... Oh, and here's the weird suit. So...
Yeah, this is what threw me. I was like, what the world? Yeah, pull that one up. Because when I saw it at first, see this? I was like, what in the world is this?
Yeah. What the what? What's happening here?
This looks like one of those things. What? That's like HBO After Dark. Florida man style. Look at those leggings.
Is this a scuba suit?
Oh my God. What is happening?
What are we doing here, folks?
He's like, sometimes I like to give out to the turtle rescue. You're like, oh no.
What? I mean, like, what is this? What are we doing?
Looks like a man dressed like an earthworm or something. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
It's not a wetsuit, because I don't know of a wetsuit that covers your entire face like a gimp suit.
It looks like a gimp suit. That's what I thought when I saw it.
Zed's maybe not dead. I don't know. I don't know what this is.
Oh my Lord. It weirded me out.
And you know what the funny thing, the first time I saw it, it was from back here. So I wasn't really paying attention to the guy in the back. And so I'm looking at this stuff in the foreground. And so when I get to the guy, I jumped. I was like, what the?
Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, I was scrolling through the pictures because somebody put all these up on the quote unquote fan page, and you can, let me see if I can see those real fast. because they were, they have them in a row, and you can just sit there and look at them. And when I was looking at them in a row, I was like, okay. And then that one was there. Like, what in the world is going on? Here it is. Let's check this out. So this is the way they were posted. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up exactly on Facebook how I saw it, because this one does not look like it belongs. It's like this. It's like, oh, gross. Okay, yeah. Right. Okay. Oh, what? What the?
Who took these pictures? I thought they were police.
It looks like a front and back picture too. They say front and back.
Oh no!
It's like one of those Conjuring movies. I'm like, is that what she looks like with a mirror? I don't understand what's happening.
It's very weird. It's very weird, and I want to know where these pictures came from. I thought they were police photos, but now it's like, well, why would he be posing in that outfit for the cops?
Well, that's why I was thinking, why is this online? I don't know. It was just a random thing I saw today.
So bizarre.
Everything is weird out there. So, okay, here's another weird thing. All right. Biscuit Boy put up a video the other day. All right. In the video, interestingly enough, throughout it, you can hear LP screaming in the background. You can hear her clear as day. It's clear enough that I can hear the conversation going on. Just like, hey, what's up, kiddo?
What's up?
What's up? You want to say hi real fast?
Hi.
Hi. Come here. Give me a hug. Give me a kiss. I need my hug.
Why's your phone on? You're not going to see.
My phone's right here.
You're not. How are you going to see if the hearts?
Oh, you want to see if they're putting up hearts? Is that what you're saying?
The hearts.
I had to turn it off. It started dinging at me, and I was like, "What the what?" I'm surprised you didn't hear that and come running, because you love it when the phone's on. Surprised you.
I saw you all.
Yeah, let's see. There we go. What hearts? Yeah, is that where you're at?
Hope to send me money. I need money.
Hope you go on upstairs. Crazy. Are you going to see Gigi tomorrow? Right?
Yeah.
I hear Gigi's going to take you, and y'all are going to go over to the nail place. Yeah, there's going to be pedicure, manicures, and probably some.
Probably don't go to the same place that doesn't even have English.
It doesn't even have English. Humans, what?
They don't speak English.
Yes, I know the nail techs do not speak English. I realize that.
I don't like those.
You don't? Well, you can't understand what they're saying. I know. All right, well, you better go get a rep.
What people had to say that I never did it for?
Yeah, but they just don't speak the same language as we do. Remember those movies that don't have English? We see. It's the same thing. Some people speak different languages. Yeah.
Like I don't know how to say different English.
Well, I don't either. I don't either. But give me a.
Let me tell them I have a living tooth.
Oh yeah, that's right too. Yes, you have another tooth that's about to come out. That will be your second tooth.
Sit by my tooth that was out.
Yeah, right by the other baby tooth. Yeah, she's starting to lose her baby tooth. So this is her second baby tooth is coming out.
I heard Quentin and I saw his teeth like tiny.
Well, if it comes out this time, don't be like last time. Last time she's like, "Oh, the tooth fairy," and then her tooth disappeared. She's like, "I lost it." I was like, "You didn't lose the meal ticket. What's going on?"
At least I got some money from that.
Oh, well, I found it, so we put it back.
You should tell her that Hangry lost 2 teeth today with brackets on them. They look like they're wearing little crowns. He yanked them out at the orthodontist office.
Where was it?
Yanked them right out.
Megan's kid lost teeth too. So look, that's great, isn't it? See, that's part of being bigger. That's what I told her. I was like, that means you're getting bigger. If you're so here,
Sissy tried to pull the tooth out, and I tried to twist it, like twist her tooth one time.
Oh my goodness! All right, well, hey, you better go get ready for Gigi's. You better go have your bag ready and stuff. Oh, don't fall over that. Be careful.
My pants are really long. I can't.
I know. Hey, go change those pants. You're gonna fall down in those for real. They're too. No, hey, don't jump in those. Go change them. Go change them. Don't jump. Oh, my Lord. Don't jump in those. You were going to fall down. For real. Hey, Go change those for you are going to fall in those. Don't do that. You are
Why is
definitely.
my
You look. She looks like one of those little satyrs, you know, those little
Yeah,
goat-legged things
two
because she doesn't have any
Yeah.
legs. She's just
You
got.
have two spec
All right,
switches.
all right, take it upstairs though, and be careful in those pants for real. You are going to fall otherwise. Those are too long for you.
This is children's
Yeah, I know that.
pants.
I know those are hand-me-down pants or something that you put down. Those are.
These are sissies.
Those were sissies. Close my door, but change your pants. Gosh. Lordy. She does.
Yeah,
She looks
we-
like a little satyr. She's got like little goat legs.
It's funny.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then we were at the
she's-
orthodontist, and it was so funny because they took the wire out, and the wire was holding his teeth that were loose, and they were super loose. But they were like, "Well, we don't really want to pull them." And Hangry was like, "Oh heck, forget that." He puts his hands in there, rips both of them out. Like
man.
within minutes, he rips them both out, and I'm like, "Oh my god, you did not just do that!" And the orthodontist was funny. She was like, "Oh my god, did you just do that?" Well, I guess I'll get you a box. It was so funny. He's like, "Yeah, it's gonna annoy me. I don't want that."
They are annoying though. Once you start noticing things like that, you're
Yeah.
like, I gotta get it out.
When they
Now.
have braces on, when they're still on baby
can
teeth, because
imagine.
he has some baby teeth still, and he's got braces on, you can't tell that they're wiggly until they take the wire out, and then it's like, oh, they're real wiggly, and now that sucks. So
Well, she's on her second now. The first one like flipped her out. It was moving. She was like, "Oh no, Dad, my tooth, it's coming out. What's wrong?" she thought the thing, where you tell them like if you don't brush your teeth good enough, your tooth. She said something. She was like, "I don't think I brushed my teeth good enough, Dad." I'm like, no, I don't think that's what it is. All right. So what I was saying before that though is about Biscuit Boy. So Biscuit Boy puts together a video where he's walking over by Tubetown. He's recording. It's fascinating, by the way, that recording is bad unless it's one of them. Unless they're walking by
Right.
Travis's property. I mean, he's sticking a camera up right by Travis's property, promoting the stupid narratives about there being a camera in the birdhouse and all this other crap. But what was fascinating about it was you have Lynette Preston screaming in the background, and she's screaming so loud you can actually follow the conversation. So I was listening along, and she was yelling about a public post that she had put up. I kept thinking, is that the one that she's talking about from the lawsuit? And why is she screaming out? Who the hell is she screaming to? Just in the middle
Everyone.
of
Anyone and everyone, because that's her. She only has one volume, unless she's in front of a judge, and then it's Jeremy Hales.
I'm
But
going to
every
strip
other
the,
time, she just screams.
I'm going to strip the sound out, and I'm going to pull out her voice by itself and figure out everything she's saying on it, because you can hear it. It's so loud that it doesn't register as background sound. It registers as a secondary speaker.
Yeah, it does.
It's so bizarre. But I mean, it was fascinating because, the reason I bring that up, man, check this out. This could blow your mind. There's always, Marla Hughes, always trying to come up with excuses. Did you know Marla was telling us that all the yelling that we heard on the Travis video and stuff, they're actually, none of it's a bad thing. And I'm going to read all of this too. And all the other words besides Stupid Dave, you can't hear them at all. So I'm gonna bring some of those back up, because apparently, from what I understand, they decided they were going to call the cops a couple of times, from what I'm understanding, on Travis. In fact, Travis, during a live stream, he had the cops drive by. Now, they didn't stop, but still, that's interesting, considering that whole interaction caught on video. How exactly do you make Travis the bad guy in that? He's recording, and they're screaming in the background.
Yeah, I know. He's just sitting there being quiet. Like you couldn't possibly hear his voice across the street the way he was talking quietly to the camera. Like there's no way they could have known he was doing a live stream unless they were watching it on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
then they
the
just
kicker.
start screaming at him. Like, come on. It's
Well, they
just,
were apparently trying to disrupt again today. They were trying
oh,
to play
really?
loud music and other things too. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's a fascinating victim narrative that we see play out because they're always, talking about people trying to interrupt and to, to invade their privacy. In fact, weirdly enough, John Cook, he recorded a video for 2Ls to put up. Remember, that's not their PR channel, although they've said they are, but it's not too. He put up a video from inside their garbage fence fort, showing it because on top of their fence now, have you seen it? It's got garbage bag thing on top.
Uh-huh.
What in the world? There had been a talk too about drones. So there was a joke made about flying a drone over it, and they've been flipping out. I'm gonna shoot down a drone if it comes. First of all, you can't shoot people's drones down. That
No.
is very illegal.
But nobody is flying a drone over her property, correct?
You don't need a drone. No. First of all, she's got a one-sided fence anyway. Part of the rules, they keep trying to quote rules that this would be hypothetical because nobody's done it anyway. But
yeah, nobody's done it. So I don't know why she's paranoid about it. No one is.
It's not paranoia. I believe it's deflection away from, what was the topic again? Pro bono, not being pro bono. You notice all this stuff happens anytime there's a huge topic that might be damaging to the ecosystem. Anytime there will be something, and it will be ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. Well, we had a absolute bombshell drop about Bruce not being pro bono, and people I don't think they're thinking about this. This isn't a secret that Bruce would have just had on his own. That would have meant that, first of all, LP and JC, they would know what kind of contract they're under. There's no way they wouldn't, and I'm sure that their mouthpieces would know about that too. So they were all in a conspiracy, lying to the public about the state of hard defense. They were fundraising and more over it, pretending that this guy was doing all of this out of the goodness of his heart, not that he was going to get paid on the back end. So when that comes up, all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, suddenly they have all this stuff to they're making content about, just making stuff up, like making it happen, like causing disruptions that they know people will talk about, etc. Instead of talking about the real news, which is the contract, the huge lies that were told, the fraud on the court.
Well,
I mean,
they're more
classic deflection. You're right.
Yeah, and then, oh man, they reframe it as victims. We had to call the police. So it's so much deflection.
Did they call the police?
That's what apparently it's being noted by more than a few people, let's say. So we'll find out for sure when we get video of it, or when the idiots over there start talking about it, because I'm sure it's part of the PR spin, and we'll be hearing about police.
Oh, you know what? Somebody in the chat just said they're picking on Travis since What the Hales is out of town. This is a very good point. Jeremy's in Ohio. Jeremy and George are in Ohio. They left. But look at how they ramp up the drama when he's gone. Like, oh, they've got to have something to do, something to talk about, something to
fundraise over.
Yeah, right. Like, how is this not manufacturing content? I mean, what was Travis doing exactly that was bothering them?
Sitting down live streaming. That's it. He wasn't
not being loud. He wasn't, like, there wasn't music going. He wasn't being loud at all.
He actually ignored them at first until they get so loud that, I mean, you hear people screaming. I'm going to bring this up. Here's how Marla, I'm going to bring, like I said, I'm going to bring that stuff up for a reason. Because number one, police calls, crazy. But also, I mean, again, look at the deflection. The only way for anyone in Travis's audience to have heard MP, JC, or HG through Travis's strong microphone. Okay, well, if you think that, like I said, the reason I brought up Biscuit Boy is because his video, you can hear her screaming clear as day. You can hear it echoing.
Also, about Travis's microphone, that actually is one of the things that bothers me about his live stream, is that I hate that microphone. It's not that strong. It's
actually
It's not a great microphone. It makes popping noises that drive my ears crazy, and my ADD can't take it. Get you a different microphone,
Well, it's not picking
Travis.
up a lot of background sound. You notice it doesn't pick up a lot of the background. Considering where they are, all the trees, you can hear like animal stuff. It doesn't pick up a monster amount of background.
It's
But
not a
for
super
her,
great microphone, so that's definitely not it. It's not.
it's so ridiculous, though. Even then, most didn't hear a thing. Except when HG laughed and hollered, "Super Dave!" Okay, now the new narrative is she wasn't being coached to yell "Super Dave." She was just yelling it from excitement. Now it's fascinating to hear LMNOP yelling, and that's not the only thing being yelled. You also have JC yelling about how he's trying to lure in children.
Yeah, and why, if she was just excited because she heard his name or whatever, why did she go to the hole in the fence and crouch down and scream it through the hole?
Yeah,
That doesn't make
exactly.
any sense.
No, it's just again, it's weird now. But you know, they keep defaming people as well, because when you take that, first of all, bringing that kid in there proves it destroys one of their narratives. It destroys the narrative that the child is terrified of these people, you know, because they're being brought into this whole back and forth bullshit, which is messed up.
Made the point. He's like, "Oh, the bad guy over there, he's dangerous and bad. Go scream at him."
Exactly.
That doesn't make any sense.
But look, they love Super Dave. They adore him. I'm sure, Dave. I'm sure. I'm sure they adore you. I'm sure they haven't said anything terrible about you.
Why does a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old even know who Super Dave is? It's not like he comes to visit.
Well, okay, so this was interesting too. So,
like, are they doing video calls with
Dave
him or
was
something
playing
with the kid?
I something about sending stickers. Jeremy Hales brought this up, and you had Stupid Dave trying to turn this into some. He's calling me a PDF file. Okay, Jeremy Hales said,
"That's not true at all."
Jeremy said, "If I were to do this, you know, they would be calling me A."
Exactly.
And this Stupid Dave's like, "Who's calling me on?"
No, he isn't. No, he didn't. But he is making a good point, because if he did send stickers to children, they would be using that and making it sound nefarious. And there's no problem with him calling that out and saying, you know, but he does it and somehow it's fine. It's the same thing. This is them all the time. It's fine for them to do and say whatever they want. But if Jeremy Hales does it, or any of us say or do anything, it's wrong. Everything we do is wrong. Everything they do is right and fine, even if it's exactly the same thing. Talking about this story, for instance, which they don't want us to do, but they can do it for 5 hours a night.
Commenting on YouTube, like I was saying, you know, the whole thing. Jeremy Hales, if he's in a chat and comments, that's terrible. That's harassment. But when these people, that's what Bruce did forever. He would bump into anybody's chat. And
remember, he was telling me to be careful in my chat all the time. Be careful, Megan. I still have those screenshots.
I remember it very well.
What do you call that?
Yep, indeed. But I mean, again, it's some kind of other rule. It's the internet there, though. If you're going to have wide open chats, people can come in and listen. They can interact. They are allowed to, 100%. Now they have to.
I blocked Bruce. He's not allowed to anymore. I blocked him.
I blocked Bruce too, because he flipped out about it. I didn't even really give a shit that he was doing it. I blocked him because he got so mad about it. I thought it was funny, And I know he was, they were obviously, man, they listen to us a lot too.
Oh, well, how could you not? We're very entertaining.
They were trying to talk about Owens the other day, apparently.
What?
From some of the clips. Yes.
Oh, are they going to take her side? Are they going to take her side? That would be hilarious. She'll finally have somebody on her side. Oh, please do it. Ecosystem. Take Laura Owens' side. What were they saying?
Really
that's funny.
I don't know. I didn't listen to it. It'd be hard for me to listen to, You
mean they're reporting on a story that I helped break? Huh. Weird.
Yeah. Well, riding those coattails again, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like, oh, he can't be heard for blocks. They can't hear them, you know. And then they just shared veggies with another neighbor. Did they go? They get them from Wendy's like last time.
Flux says that Bruce was just in Lauren's chat 2 nights ago, being a jerk.
Oh, that's not surprising at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's not surprising.
But when Jeremy Hales does it, when he's in somebody's chat, it's a capital offense.
Yep. Well, he's been trying to bait Lauren into covering, you know, on this, cover on their sides. It's strange to try to bully someone in. That's their favorite word, right?
Yeah, and she's told him so many times, I don't want anything to do with this or you. I'm not going to cover this case. I don't want to.
Well,
and
it's the whole denounce.
He won't leave her alone. He's upset with her because she's friends with me.
Yeah, it's denounce this person or else. You know? And that's to me,
not going to happen. It's not going to happen, Bruce. Lauren is my friend. In fact, I just sent her a packet of ThATuMBRELLAgUY for because she loves it so much. And we were laughing about that yesterday. But no, Lauren's a good girl. Leave her alone.
Yeah, well, I mean, if she doesn't want to cover, you know, there's this weird thing. I seem to remember being taught something about the meaning of no. Remember that? You know, no means something. I can't remember.
I can't remember what. Yeah. No means what is it? Was it maybe again? Was it try again later?
No means yo. What's up?
No means they'll change their minds at a different junction.
I mean, what is up with that, man? It's so crazy.
Is something else, man.
But through this whole thing, so Marla, this really cracked me up. That I scroll back through the chat, and only a few mentioned they heard anything, and even then they couldn't hear actual words other than H. Geez, stupid Dave. Okay, well I'm feeling a little generous today, so I'm going to go and point out the places where things are said, and you can hear it. And when you listen, it does take a minute because, again, you know, you have people screaming across the freaking way. You shouldn't be able to hear them at all, you know.
No.
So this whole idea,
that place sounds like a horror field. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It just, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near it. The energy coming off that place is dark.
Yeah, I hate it for everybody around there. I hate it for, you know, like I said, Travis is over here.
What about those sweet little sisters that live next door? Imagine having to listen to that all day long. The Hudson sisters. Those sweet little Hudson sisters have to live next to that monstrosity all day long, listening to the screaming all day long.
It would drive me nuts. Oh, this would. Here, like, again, you can make out John Cook very well. 125. 36 right in this area. So
oh boy,
you can hear him right in the back. He's trying to attract children. You hear it perfectly. Here it is again.
Oh boy,
they're trying to attract children. You hear it right there in the background. If Marla has a problem with that, though, I would be happy to take a little clip of that, amplify the sound for you, and you will hear it even better. Of course, you won't hear it because, you know, they have these people that will excuse
selective
anything.
Hearing. They have selective hearing.
Even
look what they excuse. Look at those pictures we just showed you that they excuse. They excuse a baby being raised in a hoarder hell house with medicine and garbage and bugs all over the place. Like, are you kidding me? They excuse that. They pretend like it doesn't exist. Explain those pictures, ecosystem. Go ahead. Explain them away. Tell me again how safe it is for a baby to be in that environment. It doesn't matter what they say. I know what my eyes see. My eyes, I'm going to believe my eyes and not the lying liars.
What's weird is you can hear these people the whole time. Like, even, okay, just randomly, like if you go through here, you can hear them before they start yelling, and you can still hear them in the background. You know, you can.
Well, now they'll be going back and watching this, and
you know, you can hear
seeing what all is going on,
carrying through, and then the yelling starts.
Oh, never, JC.
Oh. See, you can hear Lynette do it first.
So now they got.
She yells Super Dave,
Yep.
Super Dave. So them saying the kid just randomly starts yelling that, no, it's a lie. That's an absolute fucking lie. I hate being gaslit. I hate it. I think it's such bullshit. Listen again, folks. And again, if I need to amplify the sound on this, I 100% will. I'll just download the damn thing, chop it up. But listen to this. You can hear her yell first. She prompts the kid to yell it. She yells Super Dave, then the kid yells it.
Oh, never, JC.
Right there. You hear that's
Yep.
Lynette.
Oh.
That's the kid.
Look.
So, I mean, you get them
she's
both
teaching
back.
her. She's teaching her to be as loud as she is, too.
Yeah. And they do it more
Constant
than
screaming.
once. Yeah. They do it more than once through here, too. But this whole idea that you can't hear it is ridiculous. You know, you can hear it with his microphone. Like I said, you can't hear
And
any
that
background.
microphone is not so loud. It's just a little lavalier mic. Those are not like high-powered microphones. They're meant specifically for up-close sound. This is what reporters will wear on their jackets when they're doing, on the street reporting. And do you see that thing that's on it? It's like a fuzzy, I can't remember what they call that, but that's to block out the sound around it. It's to block out wind noise and other background noise, so that the only noise coming in through it is the voice right next to it, not the background noise. So no, that argument that, it's a super powerful mic. No, it's not.
Yeah, it's anything but, I mean, man, he's set up to go. He's just out there. He's streaming off his phone. You can tell it's an area that does not have the greatest connection ever. That's why you have fade ins. I know I've been there, done that, supersized it. I know that feeling there. But you can hear again the yelling. Here there she goes too.
Yep.
So you can hear it. It's before she is prompting the child to do it. So this whole idea that they're trying to push, they've been trying to push it over and over. She had just gotten some stickers. She was excited. And she, was yelling on her own. Like it's nuts. And Travis points around. He's like,
hole down there.
The hole is where they'd been yelling through.
She literally just squatted down and yelled at the fence.
So now squatting down by the fence so they can be heard louder. So they build this barrier. They want to play victim. They even put up videos playing the victim.
Tells the police all the time, look what I had to do. I had to build this fence because they won't stop filming me. All I want is to be left alone. And then this is what happens. This is the privacy tour. Leave us alone behind our fence while we scream at you from behind it.
Yep. And I mean, Travis is out of anybody. Like, Travis is not filming for them. That's the whole thing. Like, he is definitely not. So, accusing him of it. Look at this fucking fence, though. Check this out. This is what I'm talking about. The Glad Lab. Look at that. Holy God, crazy. Man. That's disgusting, man. If I lived around.
Angry just lost another tooth. Did you just yank that out?
No, it fell out. It actually normally
It literally just fell out.
The Tooth Fairy's going to have to get an Amazon card or something.
I know, man, that's going to be an expensive Tooth Fairy. He's got 3 and 2 of them are wearing, he calls them crowns, but they're little brackets. It looks like crowns.
That's funny.
He just pulled out another one. That's 3 teeth in one day. And you know what? I guarantee you by the time before he's done brushing his teeth, he's going to get that other one. He's got another one that's loose.
They do. They are annoying though. Anytime you find something like that.
Yeah.
I need to get that out of there. By the way, if you enjoy, there's 3,000 people today. Glad
you got the other one?
Here.
Oh, I thought you lied. Okay. I thought you're telling
he got
lies.
It already.
That's hilarious. I thought he was tricking me. He's like, I got it. I'm like, no, you didn't.
Yeah, the little one, she's been doing it all day. She's like, my tooth. And it's the one, so they're her bottom front teeth, the very front ones. One of them came out, and then the other one right beside it is loose and coming out too. So,
yeah, these are like his last 4 baby teeth. I think after these 4 are out, after he gets that last one, I don't think he has any more left. I think those are the last ones. It was the canines on top and bottom.
He could save them up. He could donate them. I know there's a.
I know a couple of people who could use some teeth.
Yeah. I mean,
oh boy.
well, what kills me with all the money that they've raised and stuff, like, seriously, go get some. Again, I'm not trying to be an asshole. Dental problems. I mean, who cares? I don't care. Everybody. It's an expensive, horrible thing that
It
you
is
have to
very
deal
expensive.
with.
Yeah.
But you could go out and get an entire freaking top. You could get everything like removed and stuff for at a decent dentist about $5,000, I think. So
well, they raised a lot more than that.
Oh yeah, so they could definitely slap those in. And
teeth are sometimes not a priority in certain parts of the country, and that's just what you have to just accept.
Well, I mean, like I said, I get it. I mean, I do.
Amazon wish lists are more important than teeth to some people.
It's just wild.
Nothing we can do about that.
Well, it's wild. Well, like I said, it ain't really about teeth. It's more about making fun of other people and the way that they look, and then knowing how these people themselves. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you really making fun of how people look? Are you creating avatars where you catfish people while sitting behind it and trying to make fun of people's looks, their hair? And are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Look like you rolled around in a dumpster before you woke up and live streaming.
And got into a couple of fist fights before noon.
My Lord. It's like a day drinker, my ass.
Oh.
We're like, oh my God. It's like, yeah, drank a little in the day, used my teeth to open a few bottles. Fun times. Oh my God. I keep getting reminded. My kids are like, when's your birthday, Dad? When's your birthday? I'm like, oh, it's next week. Let's have a party. No. Here's the party. We're not going to have one. Like, it's my birthday. I don't want a party. Let's
you gotta do what the birthday boy wants to do.
I'm like, my days, I'll use a live stream. That's what I want to do. So 15th though. We got the kids too. They were like, oh, it's Mother's Day. We're gonna get. I was like, I'm not your mother.
That's funny.
Yeah, speaking of that, what is up with you again?
Hey, Dad. Haven't seen you in a while.
You haven't seen me in a while.
I saw you ago, but
you saw me earlier ago, but you had a little gap in between that. Is that what you're telling me? You better go get your stuff ready and get some sleep for Gigi's. If you're not ready to have fun with Gigi's, then you're not going to be able to go. Do you notice that? I love you though. Well, give me a hug and kiss. Is that why are you checking on me? Is that what you came down for?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to tell you my song.
You want to tell me your song? Is that what you said? Okay.
My favorite. You are my favorite.
Dad. I'm your favorite dad. That's beautiful. Yeah. All right.
I have to get music, and I can make it.
Well, that is very
and I can make it high pitched. I can actually make it high pitched.
No, we don't need the high pitch. That was perfect, actually. All right. Well, give me my hug. And then
I have beautiful songs.
Yeah, you do have beautiful songs. I like that you're very confident in saying that too. I have beautiful songs.
I love everyone. My family.
She's so cute.
Yeah, she is. She knows she's cute. That's the thing, don't you? You know you're cute, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. All right, well, give me a hug for real. Go get ready for Gigi's because if you don't get some sleep and stuff. Oh my gosh, she's looking at my phone and she saw a super check, but she's like, "Money." This is. Can you say thank you? I have my favorites.
Thank you for my favorite. It's hard to sing that.
So she wants you to sing "Happy Birthday" for her on the 20th. Can you sing "Happy Birthday" right this minute?
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear. Can you say, I have my favorites?
I'm my favorites, and I'm not person.
Oh, man, there went another one. Yeah. Can you say, thank you, K-Matt?
Thank you, K-Matt.
There you go. Tooth fairy funds. Oh my goodness,
I just want to go sit down, candy money.
man.
Who doesn't like candy? I like candy, and that's why I use all my money on.
Everybody
And-
likes candy.
But yeah, she's like, oh, well, that's what I use my money on. So is
Yeah,
that?
who doesn't like candy?
I don't know. Most people do like candy, but hey, for real, hey, if you're going to Gigi's, you better go get some sleep. Otherwise, if you're falling asleep the whole time, you won't get to go do anything. You know, yeah, like that other time. So you better go get sleep. Love you.
Remember that time?
Yeah, that other time. Remember when you were falling asleep all the time? Yeah, there she goes. Thank you, Rick. She's all that.
Aw.
Andre, your birthday's on the 19th. Man, it's rolling up 61. Well, happy birthday. Happy pre-birthday on that. That's awesome too.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday.
Yeah, she's funny. She's like she really wants. She's been doing fake live streams on her. She has a learning tablet, and I came in and she's like, she's like, I'm writing my stories, Dad. You know, because I've been writing out stuff. She's like, I'm writing story too. So I was looking at it, and she's just hitting buttons. You know, she's got gibberish throughout it. She's like, look, I wrote one out. I was like, fine. Why don't you tell me about it? This has been fascinating. Yeah, and she's been recording herself on the camera and doing a live stream, and it's very interesting to listen to. Let me see if there's anything else in this video I want to pull. I also want to show the document from the other lawsuit too. There was so much confusion about that document. I do want to pull that up as well. So this is a developing story about everything happening with Trav. There's a lot of lies going on. You're being gaslit. Don't listen to what you know that you hear. Listen to the narrative. And apparently they're trying to promote it from what we hear to the police. Again, we'll find out more about that too. Oh my God. Well, like you said, Jeremy away. Got to go after Travis. They've gone after him before. You remember the John stuff at the store?
Oh, yeah. Was Jeremy in town that time?
I don't remember if he was or not. I really do need to have Travis on. Talk to him. Let me see what he's doing this weekend. Maybe I have him around.
I wonder if he's noticed that it ramps up the attacks on him when Jeremy leaves.
I think that's a good question, to be honest. I think that's actually a very good question.
Because that's how it seems.
So we had this. There was so much confusion about this document. Here, let me pull this up real quick. Now, just to note, this case is another case. Let me clear my throat 1 second. Look, I used a mute button. Isn't that weird?
I'm using the mute button too because I'm chewing and no one wants to hear that.
Yes, God, that makes me so mad. Like when I have to listen to people chew.
Right? It's
when
terrible.
When I grew up, my mom would not be happy if I were chewing around people. You know, sounding like she'd be like, you sound like a cow chewing cud.
I heard the same thing. My mother would say the same thing.
She would get so upset. And I hate it enough that, like, if we go out to eat, I wear headphones. I always do. I always wear headphones when I go out to eat because I cannot stand listening to other people chew like that. So to have a live stream full of it, oh my God. One day.
That's a little extreme.
Oh, I hate the sound. My mom's like, if you were born now, they would have diagnosed you with something. And I was like, well, it's good you didn't take me to get diagnosed because I didn't need it,
Autism for sure.
Well, apparently, it was like, yeah. I was like, well, it's the weird stuff like that, that also works out for the reason you can track cases and stuff. So I guess it all plays out in the end. But yeah, I wear headphones. I'll usually wear over ear headphones, so I just don't have to listen to any of it because it's gross sound. I can hear everybody close to me. But even if you wear them without even turning them on, you can block out most of that nasty sound. Oh, I hate it. Anyway,
the things we learn about Tug.
Oh, I hate that. I hate the sound of people eating. Yeah, if you look, actually,
this is very
any of the convention pictures, any of those pictures that linked out, if you'll notice, with I'd have a mask on, but I also have headphones on all the time. and I wear headphones all the time. I hate.
We need to
background sound.
explore this further. Do you avoid clothes with zippers?
No, I wear pants. They have zippers. Do I wear shirts with zippers? No, I always wear button-up shirts.
Always button up. Do you avoid
Always.
certain fabrics?
Oh yeah, I don't like I don't like wool. I hate wool. I hate
Okay.
the feeling of it. It bothers me. Oh,
I was having this conversation with my daughter yesterday. I did something and she was like, "That's weird, Mom." I'm like, "Well, I don't like it." And now I don't remember what it was. I'm like, "I just don't like it." And she's like, "Well, that's weird." We were discussing, I know what it was, flowers. I'm like, "I don't like that kind of flower." She's like, "How do you not like lilies?" I'm like, "Well, I just don't. They bother me."
I think as an adult too, as we get older, I have learned something. I don't have to do anything. So, I'm old enough now where I could sit out on my lawn and scream, "Get off my lawn, kids." So I'm old enough to do
Right.
that. And in that, I'm very fixed in my ways.
Right. Oh, I know what it was too. I sent her to the store to buy garbage bags for the kitchen. And she asked me at the store, she texted me and she said, "Scented or not scented?" I said, "Unscented."
Scented, yeah.
No
I do not,
scent.
no sense. I don't.
She
I don't
brings
even-
them home and they're scented with Febreze. And I'm like,
Ugh.
"What the?" I opened the thing and I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm going to be sick."
Yeah.
She's like, "Mom, that is really weird." I'm
No,
like,
I
"It's
don't-
not weird. I can't take it. Like it's every time I have to go get a garbage bag now, I feel like I'm going to throw up."
Yeah,
Why
I
why would
don't
you
like
scent a garbage
perfume or
bag?
cologne. See, well, I don't like any. Yeah, the scented garbage bags make no sense anyway because it smells disgusting in a garbage bag. So essentially, you've added perfume to nasty.
Yeah, it
so it
makes
just
it
smells like
worse.
perfumed nasty. Yeah, it smells awful. You get a hot day. Ugh, I hate that smell. But I hate like people. I won't wear cologne. Like I hate it. I need a very there's only specific scents I'll wear. Like I like that that shampoo, the native shampoo, the stuff that
Oh,
has
yeah.
so I like that coconut or there's one other one I have to look. I can't remember.
My
2
son
cents.
loves the
That's
way
it.
those smell.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I will not wear.
Like I don't mind the
use
scents
anything
and
in my head.
shampoos and stuff, but
I
like
do.
cologne and like perfumes, oh, I can't.
Well,
I
men's
can't.
cologne mostly smells like an industrial accident. Like women, it's like, oh, I want to smell like flowers and strawberries, and men, it's like, yeah, maybe you smell like motor oil and pollution. And it's like, no, I don't want to smell like that.
Robert Tower, you are no longer my favorite chatter because you love scented trash bags. I'm sorry, we can't be friends anymore.
Demoted.
Demoted. Who hates scented trash bags? You'll have to take Robert's place.
I've just never found one.
I can't abide.
If the scent knocked out the stink of the trash, I would understand that. But it adds to it. It collectively, it's so good.
And it's not even like a scent that would help, like lemon or lime, because the citrus might help.
Yeah.
They put just a floral, disgusting Febreze. Oh, God. Just thinking about it makes me want to hurl.
Oh, no, it's nasty. I get you on that. I'm I'm particular about that. I don't like laundry detergent scents. I do not like walking around in my freaking clothes smelling of something else. I want it to smell clean. I don't want to smell like anything. So
right.
I go with that neutral smell. I like the unscented, Tide, nothing to it. So I hear you there. So this document right here, first of all, people were confused about what case this was.
Wait, Colorado Grandma says it smells like citrus.
Citrus. That's about right. Actually, that's a perfect explanation for it.
Colorado Grandma, you're my new best friend. You're my new favorite chatter. You have taken Robert's crown. Robert, I'm sorry, but I have to. It's not me. It's you. And sorry about that.
They put in those tiny bags too. It's not like just the big ones. They put in the little bitty ones where you can't put enough stuff in there that you need the scent. Oh God, it does gross me out.
It's a horrible thing. But my daughter was like, you're really over the top with this. I'm like, you don't understand. You have ruined my entire month because I'm gonna have to use these now for a month.
Because they're expensive.
They're expensive. And so now I have to use them. And for an entire month, I'm gonna be hating every second of having to change the garbage because of this.
Yeah, you're 100% on with that. I mean, for real. You know, around here too, we had a. So this is fascinating. We're out now. You know, we're in this unincorporated area now. Down the road, for some reason, the county here was like, you know what we need? We need a garbage place. You know, like a I hate to call it a dump because it's not a dump. It's like a little crusher. You know, they have a couple of hallways out there, but they built this thing like right down the road from me. And I was like, huh, that's nice. So I can take my garbage off and not have to pay for that. That's pretty good, you know, unless it's something big. Then I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I don't want to put that stanky freaking stuff with
Ugh.
perfume and shit in my car. It's
God,
bad
and
enough.
you know what's bad is that at the store now they don't have anything. The unscented ones are hard to find.
Yep.
So I guess they're very popular, or the unscented ones are always sold out because nobody likes them, but these stores keep buying them.
It smells like fucking toxic waste. Like I said, it smells like somebody threw away cologne
Ugh, it's
in a
awful.
bag full of funk. By the way, folks, there are a bunch of you here, over 3,000. Appreciate you. First of all, thank you for being here. If you would like, tell people we're still live, tell people we're out there and we're still having fun. And on top of that, actually, you had a good live stream idea yesterday. I'm going to bring this up in just a second. But people want to go further. We are 7 super chats off 50. That's great again. Thank you, folks. If you want to help out the channel, we're rolling in. Ye old breadsticks are always welcome. So thank you. Now, I do want to do a live stream probably next week. Yesterday, you did the worst lawyer. What I want to do is worst defendant. You did counsel. So I thought it would be fascinating. We should take. Yeah, I was going through the original filings, where Preston put out her own PR essentially. And I thought it would be fascinating to take that Laura Owens PR push versus,
We should. And you know what? I got a great response from that stream yesterday. I heard back from a lot of you, What the Hales fans, who were like, uh-oh, I'm hooked on the Owens case now. Good. You should be, because this trial is going to be coming up. And I will be there. In fact, it's going to be a party and a half. You're not going to believe it. There's going to be tailgating in the parking lot. There's going to be breadsticks. There's going to be, catering. It's going to be great. And we're going to have a riotous time. So you need to get caught up on that. You do. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Tug, this is so exciting. I got contacted by The Guardian.
Oh, really?
About the Laura Owens case.
Huh.
And he said he wanted to know if he could ask me some questions by DM. And I said, why, yes, you can. Because, by DM, that's great. I'll have a record of it, right?
Yeah, of course.
So here's the question he asked me. What do you make of the latest development? And have you heard anything about Laura's reaction to it? And I said, she did put out a press release. I don't know if you've seen it, but I told him where it was. And then I said, here's what I think. This is my exact statement. Then we're going to take bets on whether it'll end up in the newspaper. You ready?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
This indictment never would have happened without independent media digging into these false allegations and doing real investigative work. It is because of YouTubers, podcasters, and Redditors that her false story fell apart. The mainstream press only bolstered Laura's lies and refused to look at the evidence. They viewed doctored medical records and took them at face value. The Sun has a lot of responsibility for the damage done to Clayton's reputation. It was media irresponsibility that allowed Laura Owens to continue terrorizing victims. It was YouTubers and independent media that put a stop to it. You think he's going to quote me?
Probably not. Probably not.
And then I made sure, though, to link him to every article I wrote about it and my playlist. And I was like, just so you know, I've been on this case for over a year. Here's all my reporting in order, chronological order. And here's the playlist. And good luck and have fun. And I also told him, I said at the end, just for an extra little needling, if you're interested in any of the photographs from the trial, your publication can purchase them from me.
Yeah, for real. For real. I mean, you're 100% on that though. They definitely aren't friends.
Yeah, Pam, all the best. I should have said
You
that.
should have. That would be funny. I'm trying to see if Clayton Eckert in the Sun, if they've published it. They haven't put any kind of article correcting any of this mess that I'm seeing.
And by the way, their original article is still up. I checked.
It's so disgusting, and they're happy with that, to be honest. They're thrilled because people will go back and they'll look at the defaming stuff where people bring it up. So they're happy to get the clicks on it. They need the traffic. So they would much rather run you through the mud and destroy your life. But yeah, if you notice all these articles that are popping up now, this is why I have such a disdain. I like how you answered it. For me, I answer ridiculously. I am such an asshole to the media. And I tell them straight up too, you're not getting exclusive there because I'm going to post whatever we say. I'm going to post it right after we talk about it. So you're not going to warp anything or anything like that. I will 100% put it out there, but I don't respect them. I
will say that the guy who contacted me, though, of those two questions, that wasn't anything leading, or he didn't seem to be asking in bad faith. He did seem to be reaching out in good faith. And I've had those leading, gotcha questions before, and he didn't ask me any of them. He did ask me about my background. He asked me, have you always been an independent journalist? And I said, yes. And I work for PJ Media. And before that, I worked for David Horowitz. So he did ask me a little bit about background.
Well, Dave, my problem was Dave Neal is sitting out there and he's asking for help because he's covering this thing. He knows proof wise. It's not, you get that feeling in your gut when you're right, when something, but beyond that, the evidence was already stacked up thick enough that when he presented it, you could tell. And he reached out to media with this story already developed. He had already done all the research. He was just asking for them to have his back,
Right.
So he's not sitting out there on his own. They didn't do it. They wouldn't. So no respect to them when they roll in the aftermath. They allow. They're not
unfair.
Yeah, and they caused it. I mean, they ruined Clayton Eckert's life.
Which is why that's my only statement on this.
Yeah,
I'm going to blame the media. I'm blaming the media. You want to know what I think? You want to know what I think? I think this is your fault because nobody bothered to be interested in this except on her side.
Yeah. See, people will ask us to cover like lots of different things, and we're individuals. We can only do so much, and we research. We don't just spit out storylines. Like when you see with the media, they spit out things, but they get it wrong. They don't do any research. They basically went the safe route. After Clayton Eckert had all this stuff had come up, we're talking about years in, then they decide that they're going to go in and they're going to clear up the chaos. But their reporting cost him. Like you said the other day, you have the prior Bachelor stars. They go out, they do all kinds of stuff. Not him.
Oh, they get podcasts. They get on. They get their own shows. They have backing. They have PR people. They get. Look at that Nick Viall or whatever. He said former Bachelor. He has a huge podcast, a huge channel, and he gets everything. And the guy's a dick. Like he really is. Like he's the one who called Dave some podcaster. Yeah. When Dave's the one who broke the story. And finally, when Nick decided to do it, it was, some podcaster was there. Oh, really? That's how you're going to play it? But I mean, they do. They get a lot of perks. Clayton didn't get any of that. He got the cold shoulder from all of Bachelor Nation.
They owe him.
I got something here that is, I believe, breaking. This is, I have not seen this. Did you see the super chat from Only Me from David the Donor?
Which one? Pull it up. Is it the $200 one?
Yeah. Do you have that?
I don't have it pulled up, but I did.
I do. Here, you want me to put it on the screen?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't understand what this means. Who is he talking about? Let's see if we can analyze.
He's playing the here. He's playing the business losses. It's a shot at Jeremy Hales.
I would have donated more. Well, to who? But him saying you are all criminals and scammers has stopped me. He has caused a loss of business. Who did he? Was he donating to to Jeremy?
Yeah, he's making a ha ha, Jeremy, blah blah blah, Jeremy.
What?
That's a shot at Jeremy Hales.
I don't
oh well,
understand, though.
actually, he's harmed your business. It's just being an asinine comment. It's a backhanded asinine.
Oh, I
comment.
see. So he's saying because Jeremy Hales called you all criminals, I stopped donating.
Yeah.
Well, but do you believe that they're criminals or not? I mean,
he doesn't. Like, actually, this guy is so far.
It's not just because he called you them criminals. He showed you criminal records, you dumbass.
Yeah, well, he's so far in though monetarily that he has to, I guess, cope with it, because that's how it reads. I expect sooner or later, him to join back in with the Ecos. These people who treated him like absolute shit, they made videos about him spitting in his face. They did. They were like, he's a piece of shit. We should never have him around. Again, they got in smaller towns who do videos about him. And he's still out there. Like, there's 67 people there. All of these people, all these ecosystem people, they all popped up around this channel that hasn't been around. They're all suddenly there. He's not having live streams. How do they know it was going to happen? That was an interesting question by itself. But on top of it, again, why would you notice the number of people there? There's 60 something people. So there's not that many people watching, but one person that they want back, only me. He's the only person that they care about because he has those fat stacks, and man, if he, I swear to God, if he starts funding, they're stupid yet again. Like, I know he's funded Stupid Dave, but the way these people, and it's Stupid Dave too. Like, he treated him like shit as well because these people scammed him, and he didn't have the balls to stand up and say this is wrong. He was silent about it,
If he goes back to these people, I just whatever. I mean, he's a grown man. He can do whatever he wants. But
it's a fucking that's sad,
after losing $56,000 to and not getting the barn built and all this stuff, you got to be some kind of like, I don't know, touched in the head to go on and keep doing it. And that's a nice way of putting it. That's what my grandmother would have said.
There. I mean, there is something wrong to still be involved. There's
something wrong. There's absolutely something wrong with that. You don't learn the first time you got scammed, but okay, whatever. He's an adult.
No, I mean, it's so bizarre. But yeah, that's a shot at Jeremy Hales. He's playing that game. Dave, again, Dave is making a comic book or a kid's book, again, about bullying. Of course he would. Of course he would do that. He would make something where it's, again, a victim thing. He can say, oh, I'm such a victim in here. But meanwhile, he's obviously parodying Jeremy Hales to take shots at him and to make him the bully in the thing. And if he shows anything from it, we're going to copyright strike him. I probably wouldn't play that game, considering they've been pulling up some of his stuff.
These people and their copyright striking.
Well, they're wrong about it. Again, somebody needs to take...
totally wrong.
They need to take these fat bozos to fucking court. Again, I don't know what's happening with Shara, but somebody needs to take them to fucking task. Because otherwise, they'll just keep doing this stuff. It's emboldened their behavior. Unless you step on it, it emboldens their behavior. All right, let's look at this document real quick here. Let me pull that up. Give me a second. So a lot of people were confused. First of all, case. What case is this? Well, this is the offshoot case of the Trespass 5. This is when Granger and Granger. I swear they should have a sitcom or a freaking action show.
I know, Granger and Granger. It sounds like a cop show. Sounds like a cop show from the 80s.
It does. It sounds awesome, kind of, Granger and Granger, they have a lawsuit against Preston for $50,000 plus. The cost of everything that they incurred for the malicious prosecution. So they apparently were not able to serve. That's what this is telling you here. They essentially had to promote somebody or appoint someone to get Preston served, which I found really interesting. Why isn't that being done in Levy County? Why did they have to bring somebody in and do
Well, my guess is that the sheriff is messing with Jeremy. They're they don't like him, and they've made that very clear. And from what I understand, every time the sheriff was requested to go out and serve her, they were busy. They weren't there. Nobody was doing it. And when they did go out to serve her, she wasn't. John would say she's not home.
there all the time? You're screaming down the
I
road.
know.
All they got to do is drive by. Fucking clowns, man.
So the sheriff is not being responsive. You have a right to request a private server, and the judge didn't hesitate to grant it, and so now it's out of the hands of the sheriff. That's
good. So people, there's a lot of confusion when this came up. Usually you don't see it go this way. Typically this is handled, it's handled easily. Again, law enforcement, they'll end up handling this stuff, even with especially with somebody that is always around. Again, you can hear them yelling and screaming outside. It's not very difficult, but that's what this is. So like I said, there was a lot of confusion. There's a lot of confusion, number one, about what lawsuit this is. I think that the Grangers actually have a good reason to sue. They incurred quite a bit of expense. It was certainly a BS lawsuit. The trespass. They knew it from go that was a garbage lawsuit. They filed it. They had all of this cost that the Grangers they incur. They leave this lawsuit up. You have Lynette Preston, you have Stark, and of course BBB's attached to this stuff as well. We're finding out with contracts and more how that's situated. And then after a while, they just decide suddenly, we're not going to do anything with this anymore. And they treated that loss. I mean, it's serious. When you get sued, that's a serious thing. You have to respond to it. You have to treat it like it's real. But the people who brought it didn't treat it like it was something. I kept wondering, when you would ask people what's going on with the Trespass 5, like nobody knew. It was so strange to look at. Mm-hmm. So that is actually getting her served. Let me see. I found some clips real quick. I was looking for those Wes Dockery Bruce clips, where he goes in and he threatened. He talks about it behind the scenes where he threatened him.
And I tried to get a hold of Wes about that to ask him, but he never responded. Like he just fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, I think he did something not too long ago. Like he put up a video or something. I'm not sure, but I mean, I don't know. Like if there was something going on, he's probably avoiding it all now after everything that went on. Mm-hmm. But it's messed up. That was something that should have been followed up on too. If BBB was posting threats, if he was going out and he was telling people during an active investigation, he was going to sue on behalf of people he wasn't supposed to be involved in. And then you get these freaking, the screenshots behind the scenes. These are the ones I was looking for. Give me a second. Let me pull these up. This is what kills me again. We have Jeremy telling Stupid Dave, who's covering him, by the way. He's talking about Jeremy. Jeremy comments. There's a meltdown about it, but that's supposed to be bullying. Meanwhile, you have Bruce sitting behind the scenes and they're talking about Wes and they're talking about the pew pew. You have Preston here and everything. They're talking about yield firearm and he's saying, hop. Bruce posted on there while there's an active investigation. You're a criminal. You're a career criminal. You're a liar. I can't wait to sue you.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, I mean, he did go after and he did threaten him. What was the date on that contract again? It was in.
Yeah. And regardless of a person's background, criminal background, you can still be the victim of crime. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. That's what bothered me with a bunch of stuff too. You can.
What are you talking about? So what? If he is a career criminal, he has rights like everybody else to not have a gun pulled on him while he's on vacation with his 8-year-old.
Yeah. well, and another person with a very sketchy background too is popping out Yeo Pew Pew as well. So I mean,
Right.
that to me, you put all of that together, it's kind of. Let me see. Here's this. I want to know.
And they made a big deal out of, he was in jail. Well, did he serve his time? Is he done? Yeah, it looks like he served his time. So, you get out of jail at some point and you have a right to a life. But,
So that's right after. Okay, so in June, you have the here. Let me pull this up. So in June, you have the discussion about signing contracts. Here that is, where we saw all that again about the Scott Stark one. And then 1 month later, he's out there making threats to Wes and everybody else that he can. Isn't that fascinating? He's going out and attacking people on for the benefit of these folks. And who knows, maybe that did dissuade him from showing up. Maybe that's the reason he didn't come to Otter Creek. We don't know.
So we don't know, right? We don't know. And that's the thing. It's like we weren't able to talk to him to find out because he just disappeared. And he took money and disappeared, and that's not good. But did he disappear because he was being threatened?
Yeah. Was there a reason for it? Because if that happened again, his background could be sketchy as hell. But if he had people pull a pew pew, he wasn't the only one there. That was the thing. You have this lady that's there and a child.
And she wasn't even really that connected to him, just a guy who did some work for her. So like she's not part of anything. They're claiming, it was a scam. It was a scam. Really? I think that's really far-fetched, especially because John has a history of doing this kind of thing.
Yep.
We've seen it on film.
No, we're supposed to, when Preston talks about him being a monster and stuff, we're supposed to feel empathy and sympathy. But when someone like a Wes Dockery, it's like, yeah, this guy is terrible. You're supposed to be like, nope, you can't listen to him because he has some kind of questionable background. Oh, okay, I see. It's weird. I mean, I don't know where to go with that. Check this out. Here's my AI reading voice, by the way. I'm gonna put this through what is it called, 11 labs, and I'm gonna try to strengthen it. But
okay,
check this out. Here's my give me 1 second. All right, so I finished that draft of the story I was working on.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I was sampling voice. It doesn't bring in the inflection or anything, but it's still interesting to hear what it does. So check this out, Chad. Let me throw this is me.
The Hole. Chapter 1, The Rose Bush.
You can hear the mechanical.
I found the hole
in it,
by accident. That's how these stories always start, isn't it? Some dumb schmuck finds something they were never.
You can still hear the background, like the mechanical to it. And I'm wondering if you go through like 11 labs or something, if you can get rid of that mechanical sound.
It's not bad though.
It's not terrible.
It's just missing like the bass.
I tell you,
of course, it's missing the bass. The one thing you have to have.
Yeah, the one thing that really needs. I tell you, the best voice on there is Obama. Like, listen to this. This is wild. I'll just show you. Like,
good job on this.
Yeah, who cares really? Again, this is not political in nature. This is just talking about an AI reading voice.
Great speaking voice. Are you kidding?
Well, when you take out the pauses, like I have a lot of pauses in there. When he speaks, he pauses, and it brings out a certain accent. Well, when you remove that with AI, listen to this. He sounds so good reading.
That's how these stories always start, isn't it? Some dumb schmuck finds something they were never meant.
He sounds good.
An old book,
he does.
Videotape, a box.
Getting him to read you a horror story is pretty awesome.
That's fun.
Yeah. I had fun with it. I was like, oh my God, this is kind of awesome. So tomorrow, I'm not sure what I will cover tomorrow. Actually, I was going to say the new video. I have not had a chance to review all of Jeremy's video from today. The bad neighbors finally tell the truth.
I didn't either, but I heard it was good. I haven't seen it yet.
That's what I was told. I was told, like, man, you got to check that out. And also, I don't think people realize this. I didn't get a notification for it or anything. You actually had Shara put up the video that was taken down. She went in and she took out some of the 2L's direct stuff, which is wild that she feel like she even needs to do that. That just shows you the kind of scumbag she's dealing with there. But she put this up. So it's got a lot of screenshot, and this is where the contract came from too. So I don't think a lot of people understand this is up. You know, I want to review it because twofold. I want to go over a lot of the screenshots in it, but also Charlotte, like I said, this just popped up. I didn't get any notification or anything for it. It was like it didn't exist, and it's probably a byproduct from them flagging the channel. You know, because I was getting notifications. So if you have not checked out, folks, just look up Shara Wolf. You'll find her that way. Actually, I like that she added Shara Wolf into that. She's easier to find. But check out this video. It's got that. It's got this footage that we saw. We went over the other night. We did a 4-hour live stream over with the Jeremy video, but it's got all of that footage by itself, so you don't have any commentary in the middle of it or anything. So you can just check it out on its own if you want to. You also have some discussions in there, and you have emails, which are kind of fascinating to see, where they're baiting in people, trying to get them as part of coverage. And then you have the contract. The contract is amazing. I mean, that by itself was amazing.
I can't believe how poorly it's written. It's just embarrassing.
I thought it was a fake. When it was brought up, I actually thought that it was a spoof. When I say a fake, I mean that somebody out there, not that Shar put up a fake, because I didn't know where it came from. I thought that somebody anonymous, one of those accounts that is in the quote unquote fan group, had made one to throw everybody off. Because I hit up Megan. I was like, is this thing real? You know, have you heard?
I mean, I had to double check too, because I didn't know either. It was like, how could this be real? Like, Bruce writes so much better than this. I mean, this is.
Yeah, I mean, that's some kindergarten level stuff. It was bad.
It was bad. With the typos and the just crazy talk.
Well, what was weird about it is, I wonder, I mean, did Scott draft this or something? Because I mean, it has Bruce.
It has a feel to it that two people wrote it.
I wonder if they wrote it or if it was drafted from discussions. It feels like copy and paste job, doesn't it? Like when you look at it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, it's definitely not professional.
No, it's definitely not ironed out and professional for sure. But it is, you know, in here too, you had like an email to YouTube, you know, all of those YouTube department emails. Those are so fascinating.
Those are so funny, with them telling him to stop contacting them.
I mean,
please stop contacting our attorneys at home. Their private addresses and phone numbers are not for the public.
I mean, it's strange that he's harassing the freaking.
Is it though? Is it strange? Or is it just really what he does?
It's strange to see somebody doing that because it's not helpful. That's what I mean. Right. You know, there's nothing in
when
that
has he done anything that helps his case?
That's true too. I mean, that's actually very true too. But it proves that he was out there flagging. Remember, he said he didn't flag channels. He didn't flag Jeremy Hales. He kept claiming this stuff over and over.
Yeah, true.
You know, and he would gaslight us all. Like, well, he didn't know he was doing it. You know, we did know he was doing it. He'd mentioned it, but he kept playing this game of, I don't try to shut down channels. I don't do any of that.
I only wrote to them to shut down this channel. But I don't try to shut down channels.
Bruce is such a bizarre character, man. Like, I've ran into some weird stuff. But, I mean, the gaslighting that's come out of this case is at a level that I've encountered some pretty horrible gaslighters.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of gaslighting in the Laura Owens case too. I mean, her entire defense is a gaslight. Oh, I had the baby. I had the miscarriage in October sometime. Oh, no, wait, maybe it was July. What?
I've never seen somebody bring on PR though, and their whole PR defense is it's just, no, you didn't hear that actually. You know, I didn't really type that. I mean, it's such a bizarre thing. I've seen, like I said, I've seen some bizarre defenses, and I've seen gaslighting like you're talking about, you know, where they lie through their teeth, and it's frustrating. but the level of insanity, the denials of reality, that's what throws me with this whole what the hell's case, is you'll have proof of something and they will so adamantly deny it. Like when that first came up, I would go in and make sure that our stuff was real, because usually when people are caught, they don't deny the way these people do. They deny, like, oh, you can't ever prove that's really me. It's so strange. Let me pull up the emails from Bruce real quick, and then I'm gonna be done now. One second. Yeah, I was clipping those out of I try to clip all the Shara stuff. One thing, Shara, if she hears this, I really wish she would do. She did a public file with one of her videos a while back. She took all of the screenshots that she had in it. I wish she would compile a place where all of those are at. That way, when a video disappears or something, all of that stuff's gone. And that's what they want. Like, I really think when they struck her video, they were trying to not just shut down the use of something and to pay her back, to be an asshole to her, but they were trying to shut down whatever discussion was happening in that.
Right.
And part of it, I mean, you look at this, of course. Look at Bruce here.
Oh,
yeah.
This guy.
I mean, you have YouTube contact, and they're like, what the friggin' hell, Bruce? You can see the
In
contact.
the meantime, I kindly ask. I love that part.
Yep. I kindly ask, check this out, folks. Listen to this. That they're having a problem with it. They're like, in the meantime, they're telling them, when you're contacting YouTube, I kindly ask that you cease contacting YouTube employees outside the approved support paths available.
God, what an embarrassment.
Contacting employees via their personal emails and phone numbers is not acceptable. So he's going at their homes.
Good Lord.
Yeah, when YouTube is writing you, what's amazing to me is they still allow clowns. Like, look at some of these clowns and what they've done.
I like how he says, I like how he's basically saying, I'm not sorry, now do it again.
Yeah.
I'm a lawyer. I looked up publicly available information. I have a right to do that, basically.
Mm-hmm. He's like, the information I used was found on the attached listings. I have no way of knowing if these are personal numbers or emails. If YouTube work emails were available, I'd have to use those. I'm not even sure which of them your response comes from. I appreciate that you responded or looking into it when YouTube is being used to advocate ARP against my client.
Good
Are you kidding
Lord.
me?
He's such a liar.
Such a gross piece of shit, though.
What an exaggeration. Good Lord.
I'm going to do everything I can to reach someone ASAP. It took 3 days to hear back after I alerted attorney redacted.
It's pretty good for YouTube.
Yeah.
Geez, who do you think you are? You're not special. They have millions of people trying to contact them every day.
I look forward to further prompt attention to this very serious situation.
He does think he's special.
He does.
He thinks that his lawyer degree and his lawyer license gives him, he's in a different category of people who, he thinks that when he writes you, you better be responding because his very title should engender some kind of awe and respect. It's more like shock and horror. That's what I feel when I hear from him.
I like that. He's got 7 attachments on this too. I'd like to know what all he's attaching to these files.
Oh, probably thumbnails.
Oh, it's so funny. So let's see. There's 2 other emails on this too.
He thinks he's very special, chat. He's very special, which is why he's so angry with me, because I refused to engage with him.
That's
and
why
I didn't respond to him.
That's why he hates DUI Go too.
Well, he should give Larry at least some credit. Larry did engage him for a while. I didn't.
Yeah.
I just threw his email in the trash. I threw that weird psychotic ranting screed right in the garbage.
I didn't even notice it. That's the funny thing. Like where
then I told him to go flock himself.
What's fascinating though is outside of people like that I'm dealing with, I'm talking to, like I don't have a lot of guests on anyway. So just audacity to contact and to be like, hey, but you know, you don't. First of all, you actually don't watch the show, so quit lying. You know, I can tell like when somebody has never done
I love
that,
it
quit
when
lying.
people email me and they're like, I was a huge fan of your show. I know immediately they're like, no, you weren't.
Yeah.
Because
I
you're
was a
about to
fan,
say
but you
something.
started
Yeah,
mocking. I was like, I mock
right.
people forever, asshole.
I was a fan, but those people were never fans.
Yeah.
Like you're lying. You never heard of me ever.
Oh,
You're
if people,
just a troll.
no, I'm, you know, I get every now and then I get something legitimate, but most of the time, usually it's a complaint that I stay on cases too long, you know, but that's how I am.
Right.
I just attach to something. I like it.
And
I cover it forever.
say that to me too. Some people get sick of it. You
Yeah.
know, I
It's
hear
okay.
from people and they'll come back, you know, when, you know, I cover other things. We did Karen Reed
Oh.
trial earlier today. We, you know, there's
I
other
don't.
things you can come hang out and talk to
I
me
don't
about.
typically. I cover one thing. Like, yeah, I'm pretty fucking notorious about it. That's what the fucking Hurdies
Yeah, but
complained
what's
about
fun
forever.
about that? You know what's fun about that though? What's really fun about the way you do things is that if you get in on if you're a loyal listener, right? You listen to Tug all the time. Then you went on these really cool journeys with him. And you were there from the beginning and you got all the jokes and I mean the Johnny Depp coverage that you did, Tug, was epic. It was epic. And the Amber Heard video, I watched every single one of them. I was totally hypnotized by all of it,
Well,
especially your live streams, especially the ones that you were deleting afterwards. I would be like, crap, I can't do anything because Tug is streaming and I'm going to miss it because he's going to delete it.
yeah, that was a crazy time. You know, that's because these people were using companies and everything else to flag. They would
No, that
they'd
was
mass
not.
flag to the point. And finally, after I got my help, you know, my MCN
Yeah.
to come in and help with, finally I could do something about it. But until then, yeah, that's a crazy time. But watching these cases play out like this, I mean, we know them. Used to, in the past, people would research stuff sometimes for years. They would just stay on a case. Like that's what you saw with investigative journalists. You would have newspapers that would cover something for months at a time. They would hire and attach a person just to go out and to do background on everything that was attached to it whatsoever. You know, and you'd take a segment, and that was good. You know, you would learn
Mhm.
about cases. But these days, you know, and the TikTok days, that's not allowed anymore. So it's nice to be able to do it. But
I love your coverage. I think it's great.
I appreciate it. I love it too. I wouldn't change it anyway. It is what it is. Yeah. I need it.
It's good times. It's good times. And when you get into a case, you really get into it. And it's great for people who really like that. And there's always, other channels. If you don't like it, you can always go find the ones that do general overviews. But I prefer the deep dives.
Yeah. You know what I like? I prefer to be right. That's the problem.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. I mean,
You
look at how many,
should.
that's where the false allegation problems have come from. It's where people they just
Looking at it too quickly, glossing over the surface, taking people's word for it.
And I mean, look how bad it's been. Look at some of the and we don't learn from it. We actually have
Mhm.
never, as a society for sure, we do not learn from any of it. But I think generally people haven't learned. They don't attach the amount of time because it's significant. It's a lot of work too. I appreciate people allowing us to do it. Every day we come in, we talk about this, and there is a lot of background noise with this case, granted. But a lot of these players out there, even if you think they're totally innocent, that they've done nothing wrong, you're allowed to think that. It's looking at what's happening because it's all a developing gigantic case. And you're talking about a guy that reaches more people than a lot of these mainstream outlets. Like if you look at his numbers versus, I bet you he pulls in better numbers than a Guardian, to be honest. If you were to, and you got to think that's one team doing, one guy, So,
yep.
So here's another from Bruce, by the way. Dear YouTube Legal Department, please see attached correspondence sent previously to YouTube Legal Director Attorney Redacted after Jeremy Hales stated in a video, my client MP should experience the consequences of being art. You don't you
That
love
is
how
a totally false quote. The only thing
experience?
look at what the only thing in quotations
Yeah,
is
experience
experience the
consequence.
consequence.
Because they don't want to take the whole idea that you're talking about. If you falsely accuse somebody of doing something, you should experience legal consequences. Like that's the
Yeah, he's
whole.
totally misquoting it.
I've had people pull that same shit with me, when I'm talking about, yes, you falsely accuse somebody, you definitely should face legal consequences for it. If you're going out trying to 1v1 a person and you're taking it to that, when you're like, oh man, that person's a PDF file or they're an ARP, like stuff like he's pulling right here. Honestly, this kind of stuff is insane to see the level he's done that at. This is kind of stuff that gets you involved in lawsuits, So I read a response from Redacted at YouTube. And although she assured me this is being looked into, in the meantime, What the Hales posts new videos every day that bully and harass my client and invade her privacy and prevent her from being able to leave her home without strangers incited by him.
I fell on my board.
That actually worked.
But that was the perfect button.
It worked, yeah.
I was trying to catch my water because it started tipping over and I hit the soundboard.
That's hilarious. Because I mean, the damn thing actually was the right sound for it.
I
know. Well, it's strange because they're talking about a person or people rather that Jeremy Hales has a protective order against. So, you get all this insanity. We know that he'd been trying to shut down the channel and do all of this stuff forever. And they're doing it on behalf of people. Again, they're not supposed to be able to do this kind of thing. This just shows you how jacked up this whole mess is, and really the legal system. There should be real consequences for doing this kind of stuff. Hiring a guy to go in and try to ruin something, third party, having that, So Hales has turned his fan base into a force of disruption of my client's life, including making false reports to authorities based on information they hear on the What the Hales videos, leaving hundreds of disgusting and often menacing threat comments about her every day. I've attached a PDF string with redacted, some of which contained links to videos. YouTube is and has been for some time on notice. Oh, threatening. I'm gonna sue you if you don't. Look, you're on notice. This is threatening YouTube. You're on notice of the ongoing harassment.
He's gonna sue. This is like David Gingras too. He threatened the county attorney. You know what we didn't get to in his blog last night? He threatened to sue the county attorney.
This is what Shara mentioned. She said, "Do you remember your plot talking about BBB to sue?" I thought she was saying YouTubers, but she said YouTube.
No, YouTube.
So this is the plot.
They are high. They think that they can sue Google or whatever. Like, good luck. Do you have $400 million? That's how much you're going to need.
Yeah, because they will fight you forever. They have an army.
But it's like David Gingras. He thinks he's going to sue Rachel Mitchell for bringing felony indictments against Laura Owens. He literally threatened the county attorney. Just because you're a county attorney. County attorneys can be sued for when they don't uphold the law. Yeah, that's what she's doing, you dumbass. But I mean, these people have a very inflated sense of ego that they think they can sue these giant entities, right? It's crazy.
Anything not to stop the actions that constitute the issues that constitute all these problems. They won't stop that stuff. Instead, they try to shut down channels and more when they talk about it. It's crazy to see. You're on notice. The ongoing harassment and bullying by What the Hales against my client, which is undoubtedly the most egregious case of cyberbullying by a YouTube channel against private individuals. Remember again, thankfully, Bruce, you said that your client is a celebrity. Remember that. So anytime there's any question about it, just always remember that Lynette Preston, we had him talk about how she is a quote unquote celebrity. So I mean that's undeniable. There's a screenshot of it. I can't pull. I'm not going to pull it today, though.
Yes,
But,
his
I mean,
very private celebrity.
yeah. I mean, he's like, you're a celebrity, but we don't want to say that.
But you're a private person. But you can't have
You can't
both.
be. You can't be both. You just
No.
can't be both. But he wanted to. It's a game to him. It's a game. And give me one second. I'm surprised by some of the stuff. Like that, as far as they go. I'm not just talking about him either. I'm talking about like Gingrich, like you said. You know, the level that he's willing to go to is kind of surprising to me. I've never seen anybody their answer, instead of admitting that there's any wrongdoing or culpability, is threatening a prosecutor, threatening the DA. Are you kidding me? You think that's going to help?
I know. It's
Check
incredible.
this out.
Well,
Actually,
but
I'm
he
gonna pull
also
that
thought that
screenshot
it was a good idea to threaten the judge and her father.
There we go. By the way, just to say,
You're a celebrity, but we don't want to embrace that.
Yeah, there goes your private citizen, your private individual right
Ugh.
there. You know, I made sure to mark that. I even this is a valuable enough screenshot that I gave it a name. You know, usually I don't name the screenshots,
Total
but
dummy.
I named that one celebrity so I can find it. Yeah.
Total dummy.
Well, let's see. Let me hit the rest of that letter. I just love these here.
He sure loves to put things in writing. Isn't that? It's just unbelievable to me. For a lawyer to not know that he shouldn't put things like that in writing it's shocking, really.
It is. I mean, that blows your case out of the water. For him to make these admissions and her to just continue with it and agree, that's going to be front and center. You sue, you try to play that game, we'll be like, that's weird, because here's you talking about your client. Did you make this statement? Did you call her a celebrity? Were you telling them? But they can't lean into it because of litigation purposes. But YouTube must, without delay, take action in response to Mr. Hales using his channel to terrorize my clients and others. I require response. Oh my God. Other than continuing to look at it, that ensures me this is being addressed and informs me that YouTube intends to do. I expect to be able to speak to an individual legal counsel, given the magnitude of this matter. This is not some garden variety bullying by school kids. So school kids don't matter, by the way. We heard Shara say the kids will just grow out of it. That'll be all right. Remember? So
right. Bruce said that. Yeah.
Yeah. But an explicitly stated campaign that Jeremy Hales destroy my clients' lives in every way using blah, 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 blah. He's like, if I'm not contacted by counsel from that or otherwise assured of what action, I will instead file a court action against What the Hales and YouTube. That was his plan. There it is right there.
He thinks he's going to sue YouTube. What a dream. Talk about pie in the sky. This guy he's out of his mind. He can't sue YouTube.
Well, it's fascinating
They'll
again.
Crush him like a bug.
The reason he thinks he can do this, though, is because of 40%. He's got that 40% on the brain, getting that
but
pay
does he
in the
not
backdrop.
understand that Google lawyers, this is you sue YouTube, you're suing Google. You know how many lawyers and $1,000 an hour lawyers they have at their beck and call? You ain't suing YouTube. You have to be delusional. Like, this is mental disorder time that you think you can sue YouTube. You, a nearly disbarred attorney from Connecticut, an almost disbarred attorney from Connecticut. It's laughable.
What is up with the lawyers that get attached to these people? The whole clown show is so bizarre to me.
I think it's people with personality disorders who just.
I mean, how do they get?
They group
so
together.
Bizarre. It is so bizarre that they run together in like flocks of weirdos.
Well, like attracts like. They recognize one another. I mean,
I suppose it's so strange.
They're attracted to one another like moths to a drunken party. I don't know. That's how it feels. It feels like these people. They're just all stumbling toward the same goal.
I just love that we have these idiots out there, and they never know when to stop. They never shut up. You have these idiots commenting in YouTube. They place things like John Cook. I will never forget John Cook the day before they supposedly terminate Bruce, and after they're talking about how great of a guy he is, and now he's stepped up. He's the greatest lawyer they've ever had, and it's like, wait a minute.
They
Wait a
remind me
minute.
of those YouTube videos that you see with the animals that eat fermented fruit on accident, and they get drunk and pass out. Like they're enjoying it so much, right? This fruit that was left out, and they're like feasting on it, right? They're feasting on this whole thing, and then but they're getting more and more delusional as they feast. They think they can now sue YouTube. You have to be drunk or high to think. Well, is it
well.
And again, we did hear about the every 15 minutes, so maybe that's the explanation.
Yeah. I'm going to hit super chats. You sticking or you out?
I got to go deal with the tooth fairy.
Oh, yeah.
I
think
got to
I'm gonna
go
have
dig
some
up
of those
some
myself
cash.
today someday. Yeah.
I hope I have
know,
enough.
I know that feeling. You know,
I may have to write him a check.
Hey, tooth fairy. I actually had to do it one time. I couldn't find any money at all. I was like, yeah, the tooth fairy actually left some money. They left it under my pillow for some reason. I don't know. Maybe they made a mistake, but I put it in my billfold, so you have some when we go out later today.
Oh,
And
that's
the little ones are like, okay, that's great. As long as they get the money, they don't care.
No, they don't care.
But it's funny. All right. Well, you have a good one. Have a good weekend as well.
All right, you too. Talk to you
See ya.
later.
All right, let's kick these super chats in. So, Shifter Brains, thanks for the 10 there, kicking it off just because. Well, thank you, and I appreciate that. I love that name, by the way. I was watching, oh my gosh. So, have you all seen, I'm just going to bring this up randomly. Have you all seen the insanity that has come up with Kanye West, the newest insanity? Because holy crap. If you've not seen it, I cannot bring his new stuff up right now. I can't actually bring it up right now because it would get me banned. That's how crazy it is. But he put up a video, which you can watch on Twitter if you are curious about this. You really should check this out. I thought it was a parody video. I thought somebody was making fun of Kanye, but it's real. He put up a video, let's just say the chorus to it. Yeah, it's it's hailing a certain mustached man from the 1940s over and over again. I was like, what? Wait, what? I thought it was a parody. I really did. I thought somebody was putting together a joke video, but it's still there on Twitter. It's under his main Ye account. It is very real. Oh, when I saw it, I saw it popped up yesterday, though. And I was like, are you kidding me? He goes through everything. He's like, yeah, I don't see my kids. I have this going on. I was like, okay, and then people see my Twitter. They don't understand what I'm saying, So I became a Yahtzee. I was like, wait, what? And then he starts doing the hell. Oh, my Lord. You've got to, it is very insane. And you should check it out. Oh, Lord. Sometimes I feel bad. I feel like, man, this guy is very mentally unwell. But then I think, he also has a lot of power and a lot of influence, and anyway, Max Lab, thanks for the 2 there. What's up, Tug? Another crazy. Yes, indeed, my friend. Thank you, by the way, for all you do. Everybody give Max Lab some love. But yes, it has been, they're just wild days on top of wild days, are they not? It's crazy. Wanda, thanks for the 20 there. Thank you. Hey, Tug and Megan, my brother will be fine. Thank goodness. Came out by 9. See, that's great. That's great. Love to you, by the way. Love to your family, too. I'm glad you got good news. It's good to hear. I'm glad you shared good news, too. When you get it, sharing it, that's very important. I appreciate it. Bonnie, thanks for 8 months. For us non-Catholics, how was the Pope chosen? They have they have what do they call it? The College of Cardinals vote on it. Actually, it's fascinating how this stuff has changed over time. You know, it's fascinating to look at behind the scenes. You know how you used to have the lock-ins essentially. There's it was a very corrupted practice and way back in the day. I don't know what the safeguards are to ensure that doesn't happen anymore. I really got interested in reading about the we're talking about way back, by the way. So I'm not comparing this to now, but if you look at the procedures back when you had the Borgia Pope, for example, the first really recorded corrupt endeavor. You should just look into how that was noted. And then there's a lot more transparency that happens in the now. But it's a fascinating process. It's a fascinating process and looking at how that's grown and everything too. But I'm not a Catholic, by the way. So, you know, my understanding of some of it will be limited. You know, like I said, I don't know what safeguards are in there to ensure that that any corruption is taken out. But after certain things have happened in the past, they've had to install some safeguards. Like I said, I don't know all of that. Wendy Bono, thanks for the 5. Pope Doug and Mother Superior Megan, indeed. Thank you for that too. I appreciate it very much. Tracy, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships there. Thank you, Tracy. That is awesome of you. Thank you for doing that for people, and thank you too for me. Thanks for the 5 there. Adult bullying is a fetish. Well, you know, there are people out there that pretend, again, that somehow in some way that they're being again, a commentary channel. Like what I was discussing before was specifically about Stupid Dave. Because this guy, again, he has a commentary channel. You go in, and what I mean by commentary, they call themselves a commentary community. They're not commenting on just random things. They go after other people. They go after specifically other YouTubers. Now, when you do that, you're not just talking about some random dude out there that doesn't have a way to talk about this or to comment back. They most certainly do. So he thought that he would take a slice out of that proverbial pie going after Jeremy Hales, and he'd be able to do that in a tunnel, in a vacuum. Nobody would answer back. And it's fascinating, isn't it? When he got that back, Sue, thanks for the 14 months. I've been taught, don't talk crap, and you won't get crap. Yeah, indeed. I mean, you look at this, that's a lot of what, like, again, him specifically, he's talking about making a book that is quote unquote anti-bullying, where you know he's going after Jeremy Hales specifically in it, but he's pretending that somehow he's the victim. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. If you want to open that can of worms and somebody make fun of you to your whole whopping 60 fucking listeners, then so be it. Maybe you'll get a few more people, but don't come crying about your mental health when you get schooled online. When you look like a fool out there and people laugh and they point at you. Again, you did that. That's not Jeremy Hales doing it. Again, he wants to operate with impunity. And you don't get to do that. People do get to comment. And there's a difference, again, between commenting about what somebody does and making statements of fact. Like, I'm not out there calling somebody a PDF file, any of these people. Now, funny enough, Stupid Dave tried to pretend that he had been called that. Again, Jeremy Hales, this is how they warp what he says. I mean, again, this is a lie. Jeremy Hales said, if I were sending some kids stickers, what would they call me? They would call me and from that statement, Stupid Dave's like, he's calling me a. Oh my God, man. So weird. James, thanks for the 2. Not Jeremy has a check mark. Yeah, well, you know, that's regardless of whether that's a good point, actually. Regardless of whether it's him or not Jeremy or a Jeremy, the way that they react to that, he starts pounding on it. He's like, oh my God, I'm so, like, he's He throws a little fit. And I mean, look at his face. He has some crazy ass eyes, by the way. It's some crazy freaking eyes. But I mean, look at his. He starts whining, and you see 2 L's in all of them. Oh, I'm so scared. Oh, I'm gonna ban you. It's so funny, man. It's so funny the way that they responded. They had somebody pop up, and again, if you want to talk shit to them, fine. If you want to talk shit back and forth. But don't cry about your mental health and shit while doing it. Again, while putting together a book where you're attacking somebody. So dumb. And notice, by the way, Sue says too, no blue check by what the hell. So so-called chat, BS called. Yeah, for all you know, it was them doing it so they could start trash. I mean, you never know. I can't. The scenario, though, if it was what the hell's, what does it matter? That would be the whole kicker to that, too. If it was there, is there anything stated in see you in federal court that it somehow is not true? There's been litigation. It is definitely out there. It's definitely so. It's not a false statement. Death Angel, thanks for the 31 months. Another month, Tuck. Well, thank you for that, too, Death Angel. Appreciate that. Love you and the family. Hugs and love to both you and Megan. Thank you. To the best mods in chat, love to you all. Indeed, love to you, first of all. Love to the chat. The mods, appreciate the heck out of all of you. You keep this crazy train on the rails. Appreciate it. Lily, thanks for the vibe. Did you guys see Shara's video title to protect himself from John's pew pew? Are we talking about an older video? Is that let me look that up, because that's not the newest one's name. Is that the video that was taken down, or protect himself from I'm just looking. I can't remember if that's the oh yeah, that's the one from 4 months back. Yes, I did see that one. Oh yeah, we covered that. So that's the one with all the 911 calls and everything else. Yes, and it's also the one with all those crazy screenshots. So the one you're talking about, that includes the proof, the major red flag that they tell you, of course, not to pay any attention to. So yeah, I did catch that one. That one actually is a huge video. If anybody, by the way, has ever gone through all the Shara videos and clipped all of the pictures out of them, like if you've ever gone to that link and done that, let me know. If you got like a Dropbox or something where you dump all of that stuff, let me know for sure. Because I've clipped some of them, but I need to go through and make sure I've got everything clipped. There's so much of it. Rhea, right? Oh, wait, sorry. First, Strange Little Badger. I just skipped you. I'm sorry. Thanks for the 8 months. I have to say, Stupid Dave reminds me of Jabba the Hutt. Sorry, Jabba. Yeah, at least Jabba had some personality though. And again, this is the thing. It ain't about you being fat. It ain't about you having dental problems. It ain't anything of that. These people are awful human beings. So they like to retort at a child's level. And when they get blowback to that, when somebody's like, hey, fatty, shut up. They're like, oh my God. But look at what they do. So screw them. You operate with middle school insults. I am totally good with that, by the way. So, Rhea Wright, thanks for the 5. Loving the Dead Punk Gage style Pope avatar tug. Thank you. Yeah, actually, I'd taken some of his work and just threw it in there. By the way, too, I did. So any work that I do that needs like contractual work or anything, I picked him up. That story I was playing. Check this out. I love this freaking image that he worked on for that short story. Look, The Hole. And now you see it. It's over there. Got your dirt mounds, cryptic play. I like it. I like his image that he made for it. He was playing with different filters on it and stuff. It's pretty cool. He does good work, though. I love Dead Punk's style. But I've pretty much finished that one. I've been working on something else during all the time. I'm about 31. Now I take that back. About 36,000 freaking words into another thing. That's like half a book. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah, loving that there. I love that avatar. I love his yellow eyes. Bless you, my son. Can you absolve my sins? Indeed. I love it. I love that Dead Punk style. Like his style has a really good feel to it. You know, he's done some awesome work. You can tell that's not right on his, though. His has more, like when you take an AI creation versus like something that he does, his has like more personality, though. I love the actual work. Like you can see with his actual work, you know, it's got, like I said, the way the eyes work and everything else, you know, in here. He gives personality to the mask. I always love that. Joyce, thanks for the 5. DCF never inspected the living area where the child actually lives, which is crazy, by the way. See, I've had to deal with false reports. Guess what? Every time that I've had a false fucking report, I've had to deal with them inspecting areas and more. It's been nuts. It has been absolutely nuts. You know, even with a lawyer. I mean, you know, now when they've shown up, I've actually discouraged them at first, making sure a lawyer contacted them and set everything up correctly. But yeah, it's nuts. They want to inspect. You know, they want to look at that living and more. So it's strange. You know, typically they don't just dismiss things. Oh, you're a YouTuber, because that's not good. It's not safe. So to say, oh, this all has to do with YouTube, it's just such a strange thing. Such a strange way of putting it. Melissa, thank you for the month there, by the way. Here in Oregon, the child would have been removed or temporarily removed just based on the smell. Then after the guns being in the open. Yeah, in Tennessee, like they have some craziness with that too. And again, I'm not advocating for a child to be removed. Like what I'm saying is there are plenty of red flags there that I feel were ignored. There should have been an actual investigation into those. When you have somebody, again, going out and claiming that there's an abuser in the home, that this abuser has said certain things, I'm sorry, the child has said certain things about this person that they said was an abuser. They were terrible, but they wouldn't tell the authorities about. You know, when you have all of these things come together, you would think that would be enough, but it's not. Eshon thinks of if your bump likes cheese, use Kraft American cheese, tear it into squares, then put the peel in the middle. We do this for my granddog. Works great. Yeah, I saw the peel crushers. It's just, you know, even with those, even for whatever reason they're using them, the level that they're at, they're very accessible. So. And again, I will note here too, do not contact anyone associated with this. As always, as we say exhaustively, don't contact the people that we talk about. Don't contact any authority. It doesn't help in this case. So you just set and catalog everything. Keith there, thanks for the 10. Aren't pill crushers used to grind marijuana? They're used for all kinds of stuff. They have specific grinders. Usually for marijuana. I don't know. They have like those little shredder looking grinders. I've never seen anybody use like a specific pill crusher for one. I mean, maybe they do. I don't know. But usually, you know, when they grind them down, they have that thing, you know, it's got like a mesh piece inside. Maybe not. I like that. No, that's funny. That's good there. Maybe not. Thanks for the 2 months. My husband is a feeding tube. I use a pill crusher on occasion to give him pills. Yes, indeed. That makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense there. You know. Carol, thanks for the 2. It's an upside down baby doll. Yeah, that weird doll thing. That was so weird. Freckled Ginger. It's Condom Man. Does that not look like a gimp suit? I really thought that was a gimp suit when I first saw it. I'm like, are you kidding me? That's very, very strange. Yeah. That's so weird. Give me 1 minute here. God, some of these people are nut jobs. I was looking at a lot of the anonymous posting that goes on. And I mean, some anonymous posters are interested. Like this Stokes put up an anonymous poster, but some other people out there are nutbags. Look at this picture, though. I mean, it's so bizarre. Like, what is up with that? And someone reported that that's a crime suit, you know, so we'll see. I'll say I don't know, but that's very interesting to see somebody run around in what is essentially a giant version of a human condom. Ugh, it's so gross. Joan, thanks for the 20 there. It's Scuba Steve, Water Creek. Thank you. Peggy, thanks for 5. Those pictures are giving me anxiety over the roof. LOL. Indeed. You gotta yeah, me too. I hear you. I feel you. What's up, L? Thanks for the 21 months. Hey there, Tug, making it in chat, dude. No offense, y'all. Over out the door. Oh yeah, the old let's see. The thump on the door. What's up your dad? Daily Dysfunction. Thanks for the 2. I appreciate you, Zach. Hey, I appreciate you too as well. Thank you, Daily Dysfunction. Always around too. Appreciate that for sure. Freckled Ginger. Thanks for the 4 months. Today is my birthday. Oh, I get to hear Little Miss Bug. Best day ever. Hey, by the way, Freckled Ginger, let me sing you a song here too. The little one fell asleep. You heard the happy birthday, so been a happy birthday song with that as well. You know. But we did that for my favorites. But also, again, you would sing for anybody. She loves to sing. But let's bust you out of Chi-Chi's. Happy birthday from all of us to you. Yeah, happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Indeed. And appreciate you, Rachel Ginger. Very much so. Lou, thanks for the 5. For the tooth. For that tooth fairy. Indeed. Thank you for that, by the way. LaWanda, thanks for 5. Tag the mold man. Is that what he is? A mold man? It does look strange. If he were to jump out of a pile of mold, I could see that. Max Lab, thanks for the 2. I tell you, don't forget LP called the Sheriff on Willis. Yeah, that's something I would really like to hear about. But from the screenshots that have been rolling in, by the way, some of the commentary very much is her saying, hey, let me see. Give me 1 second. It's so funny. God, these weirdos, man. So apparently those 2 morons that are attached themselves to this thing. Yeah, it looks like they've created yet another freaking YouTube and more to try to harass with. That's so bizarre. Pretending nobody knows who they are. Wink, wink, nod, nod. So weird. But yeah, Max Lab, thank you for that. Appreciate you. Why, it's Grammy. Thanks for the 2. To replenish the Tooth Fairy's wallet. The Tooth Fairy thanks you, by the way, because the Tooth Fairy's got some business coming in tonight or tomorrow for sure. Tooth Fairy's going to be cha-chinging in. Sandy, what's up, Sandy? Hey there, returned. Appreciate you. 34 months. It's awesome. Thank you for that for sure. SF, thanks for the 5. Travis Mike picks up things 100 feet away. Why is his voice being blown out inches away? That's indeed true, too. You know, he doesn't have voice blowouts. I mean, that is 100%. He has a mic. He needs something like, again, it needs like a travel. You have those travel Bluetooth or Bluetooth setups where you can use like a Blue Yeti. You know, again, those things you can get an adapter, plug them into your phone, and you have a much like a better quality overall. But the thing is, with his microphone, it doesn't pick up as well. Like if you listen to, I'm not saying this is an insult. I'm just saying with their excuse about the microphone. If you listen to Biscuit Boy, his video that he put out there, you can hear them clear as day. I mean, they carry, you can hear them yelling down the road. It is wild to hear. It is wild. Around 2 minutes and 30 seconds into that, you can actually follow the conversation. They are so loud. So for them to say that it's Travis, his microphone doesn't pick it up as well. And it's not because they're not louder. It's just because he's using that specific type of microphone that only picks up around its target. You know, it's trying to cut down on the sound that's out there. Misbehaving. What's up, misbehaving? It's good to see you, by the way. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Love you. Bye. Hey, love return to you. I very much appreciate you. Allie, thanks for the follow there. The mic barely picks up town councilors in the same room. So this shows just how loud that. Yes, indeed. I mean, they're screaming. Again, you can turn into other videos. So for them to claim that is so ridiculous. It is. I have my favorites again. Hey, you got your birthday song there. Love it. But you need a happy birthday too. You know, happy birthday for all of us to you. Early, by the way. happy birthday. May all your dreams come true too. Yeah, thank you. And thank you for everything you do too. Very much so. Appreciate you. K-Man, again, thank you for the Tooth Fairy funds. Noted that before, but I wanted to note it again. This, Lisa, I saw this come up and I wanted to make sure I caught it with the respect that it deserves there. So my BFF's mom had last rites given. Please play for both of them. And that fuzzy thing live is called a dead cat. Well, number one, your BFF, and condolences to them for sure. It's a rough time. You lose people that are close to you anyway. Losing a parent, yeah. Sympathies, love, prayers to them. Very much, like I said, those moments are really rough. Been there, and it's so rough to go through. It's good that with you being there, you thinking about that too. That means you'll be there for somebody when they need it. Love to you. Appreciate you. Rick, thanks for the two. Bug candy monies. Thank you, Rick. It's awesome there. What's funny is in your, if you look at it on the side, like your profile picture, I didn't think you had on sunglasses. I thought you had on an eye patch, because of the way the sun rolls in, with it being bigger on my screen, I can see it now at the bottom. But when it's reduced down to like a little bitty thumbnail, I thought you had an eye patch. I was like, that's kind of awesome. I was going to ask you about your eye patch, but then, Andre, thanks for the two. Hey, Tug and Megan, my birthday's the 19th. 61 again, love to you too. Let's bust you out a song too early, pre-happy birthday. Give you some happy birthday from all of us to you, baby. Happy birthday, Andre. May all those dreams come true. 61, dude. Congrats, by the way, man. That is awesome. I hope you are doing excellently. 60 freaking one. I mean, that is good. And it's awesome is seeing people like of all ages. What's really fascinating. I look at my YouTube numbers and my audience age is so diverse. We don't have any, we don't cover anything that gets young people, like really young, like kids or anything, which is good. I'm glad. They don't need to be listening to what we talk about. But outside of that, we go from 20 into, these again are people that are identifying, up to 80. And that's amazing. Appreciate and love to you, buddy. AKA the Cat Lady. Thanks for the fun. And it's called Phobia Tongue. I have that too. Can't listen to any mouth sounds. Huh? I can't stop chewing. I even stop really chewing at a theater if I'm eating popcorn and it's quiet. Yeah, I can't stand it. It drives me nuts. Even when people are in the house, my loved ones complain about that. Because I'll be like, wait a minute, let's not eat until I turn some sound on. Because I just don't want to listen to it. So that's interesting. That's interesting to hear other people and deal with it to the point with names on it and everything. That's interesting. Okay, the cat. Thank you for that information too. I'll have to look all that up. Let me see. Aphonia. Give me a minute. SOPHONIA. Huh. So, regarding to specific sounds often made by others, Common triggers: chewing, pin clicking. Yes, chewing though. Chewing makes me want to punch people. It really does. It makes me crazy. Skipper, Thanks for the 2 there. Scented bags are good for my trucker's toilet. Now I could see that with a trucker toilet room or something. That makes sense. All right. With like regular garbage smells. It's pungent. I hate that smell. But I could see it with that for sure. Iron Rabbit. I like that avatar, by the way. It's awesome. Thanks for the 10 months. Doug and Megan Fox, best team. Well, thank you. I enjoy live streaming with Megan. You know, it's a lot of fun. A lot of goofing off. We have good live streaming. Even like if I'm having an off day and I don't really feel like live streaming, I'm not on my game, usually I get in a much better mood and get right on it. So that's always good. I appreciate that about her. Colleen, thanks for the 10. Scented bags are a waste of money by generic, which are usually not scented. Yes, it's a garbage bag, people. Actually, that's very true too. There are dollar garbage bags. Now you have to be careful about if you need a thicker garbage bag. Honestly, you know who has garbage bags that are a decent price? Ollie's. I don't know if you have Ollie's around you, but they're a huge discounter. They end up with all kinds of stuff. And I went down there and found quite a few interesting items like garbage bag, windshield wipers, man. I went over to AutoZone. All right. AutoZone, I ended up, we had a windshield wiper break. So I had to stop. The first place was AutoZone. So I had to buy a windshield wiper there. The thing just snapped. Well, after I bought it, the thing, it cost like 20 something bucks, which I was like, oh my God, it's crazy. So I go over to Ollie's. Ollie's has the exact same, because it's a clearance store. They have the exact same windshield wiper, exact one, for $3.99. I was like, are you kidding me? And taking it back, I've already put it in my car and stuff. But I was like, oh my God. I did buy some extras, but still. Rach, thanks for the 5. Many of the mainstream reporting on LO today have wrong facts. Indeed, that is another problem. They don't know what they're talking about. That's why we spend so much time talking about a case. When you know it pretty well. Again, you get things wrong. There will be a percentage of things that can be wrong in there. That happens. But when the mainstream reports on something, number one, they only do surface level reporting. They never offer justice while it's there. They never take risks in actually investigating. They never do any work. They steal the story after all the risk is done. Again, people like Dave Neal, I really want to give him praise for that, because Dave Neal took a lot of risk. A lot. It could have cost him everything. These people tried to destroy his life. He spent a lot of money defending himself. He's you kind of get the feeling like he's a genuine person, like when he speaks, you can tell it's not a facade. It's just who he is. And I like that about him, because what you see when he's covering is he's not covering a drama story or anything. He's covering something because he feels that it's important. I like that about him. I like that there are crusaders out there. But yes, media, so wrong, so much. What's up, Dark Side Harley Girl, by the way? Dropped a 50 there. Happy early birthday. Well, thank you for that. That is awesome of you, by the way. Yeah, let's see, what's the birthday drop on? What is a Wednesday, a Thursday? I need to look. Let me check. It's next week. I got to see what day. So my birthday drops on next Thursday in a week. So that is pretty freaking soon, to be honest. But yeah, that day we'll do something. Have fun with it, And give me 1 second. I got to clear my throat. 1 second. Sorry about that. Thank you for that, though, Dark Side Harley Girl. That's awesome. Like I said, Thursday we should probably we'll have a kickoff and have a lot of fun there. What in the world? Lane Brennahoff made our local news. Oh my God, what? After a colonoscopy gone wrong? I'm gonna have to read that. That sounds awesome. Insane. Andre, thanks for the 2 there. Hey, Megan. Dave is just trying to save face. Is that what it's all about, you think? He's just trying. He's trying to come back and be part of that. I really think, like I said, the ecosystem, they kicked him out. They talked smack about him and kicked him out. Then they're all there together. The only reason they would have to try to bring him back is Dave the Donor. There's no other reason for them to do that whatsoever. You know, because David had known her. I mean, after they lost him, there's nobody out there dropping mad stacks like he did. But he's still dropping money on stupid Dave. So I mean, you're probably right about motivation there. Alan, thanks for the 3. You're Kay, weeks in relation to Felisa. I don't know. That's interesting. That's interesting. Lorraine, thanks for the 6 months. Jello's indictment early. happy birthday, Tug. Actually, between your 2 birthdays, it was hard keeping it a secret. Have the best year yet. Like your LO's indictment. Is that what my birthday present was? Well, thank you for that one. That's actually pretty awesome. Yeah, that's my early birthday present. Now, if you could only make sure that either, if we could get 2L1 as the representative for John Cook and Lynette Preston, that would be the greatest birthday present ever. If you can make that happen. Well, that's funny. Thank you. Just Jacob, what's up? Thanks for the 5. Does anyone know what Fatstown Feast was talking about with slug message? You mean with all the accounts? He's confused. I have no idea. I have no idea. Like, he gets on these weird conspiracy trips. Like, he's got some issues, man. Some of the stuff he talks about sounds like some kind of paranoia trip, does it not? Like I said, when you go back though and you look at the stuff that happened between him and Slug too, again, you know, he played the victim quite a bit, and yet, so I don't know what's up with that. That is weird though. What's up, George? Man, 12 months, man, 1 year on that. Thank you, George. That is crazy and awesome. Appreciate you, brother. Number 1 Cat Whisperer. Thank you for the membership. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Thugs. Not just the Cat Whisperer, number 1 Cat Whisperer. Bringing the slabs. Appreciate that. George, by the way, thank you for the 5 there. My brother from another mother. Our birthday is coming up. Our birthday? You having a birthday that day too? Remind me, man. We'll bust out a song together. You know? We will bust out a song that day. I would sing your birthday song today, but no. We're going to bust it out together that day. Remind me. I need to remember that. Greg, thanks for the 10. Happy early birthday. Thank you. I appreciate that, Greg. That is awesome of you. Colleen, thanks for the 10. I was born May 11th, 1954, which is Mother's Day. I'll be 71 this Sunday. That is awesome, too. That is freaking awesome. I don't know if I'll be here on Sunday with Mother's Day. So let me bust you out a birthday song. Again, I know for George, man, on that day, I'll definitely be around. So we'll bust out some songs that day. But Colleen, let me bust you out one, man. Happy birthday from all of us to you. Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true too. Thank you. And I love it. That's awesome of you. Maxwell, thanks for the 2. Tug, check messages. I sent you something. Yeah, I saw that platform there. Yeah, I want to look over. I've got to decide on something. You know, some accounts, by the way, people will mail me some stuff with accounts that are doing crazy stuff. And I do appreciate the general item. Sometimes I won't bring up an account. And the reason I don't do it is because of the amount of, well, the lack of attention they typically get. You know, like if there are tiny accounts that are doing absolutely nothing, the weirdos that have attached themselves to this case, I believe they're using lots of alt accounts trying to, again, harass Jeremy Hales into something. And it's so strange for the amount of time and effort they expend, especially the money dried up. Like there is no more money for them. You know, their donation thing. So I checked it. Actually, it's right here. Remember, when people gave money to this too, there's an extortionist and a fraud, a convicted one that is part of the team they were giving money to. Plus, we know about Darth Touch, but their money stopped in March. It's fascinating. They keep rolling around because they're so butthurt. That's why they keep coming back. Thank you, MaxLab, too. Becky, thanks for the 5. They're lawyers. Look up his credentials and laugh at him. Yes, YouTube would be like, yeah, right. So ridiculous. But, you know, they look at the threats. You know, what's weird is he's contacting them at home. Now, he knows that those are not their work addresses because Google, they only use specific types of approved addresses through YouTube. It's bullshit to say that he doesn't know who he's contacting. He 100% knew what he was doing. He was just trying to make sure he got contact. And he did. When they tell you don't contact us at home, that's pretty much them saying you're harassing us. And everything after that is gone. Teresa, thanks for the 2 there. Birds of a feather go to jail together. That's funny. Indeed. Emma, thanks for 2. Did you get my progress pic email? I didn't see it. Will you bounce it up? Will you just bump it to me? Will you just resend it and put it right at the top? And that way I can see it again. I didn't see it in there. I'll check my spam. Sometimes stuff gets sent to spam and I won't catch it right off the bat either. So, and I don't know why spam. I don't have any of you on any kind of spam guard or anything like that. You know, so I don't know. I'll check that, but bounce it up to the top. I appreciate that. Jack's mom, thanks for the 5. Bruce is more like the Coke bear instead of fermented fruit. That's so funny. Helen, thanks for the 5 there. Tug, watch the Conclave. It's how the Pope is elected. Good movie. All right, the Conclave. All right, thank you for that. I'll check that out. Appreciate it. Jack's mom, thanks for the 5 there. 2 things. Remember, LP was accused of giving the child melatonin to make her sleep. Was that pill crusher? Lastly, do you still have bees? Oh, yes, we still have bee issue there. Yes. Bees still buzzing. Yes. So number 1, yes, indeed. The second part there, that could be it. I mean, no, you know, the problem is the accessibility for a child that obviously gets into, they're always getting onto the kid. They're always getting onto the kid like very vocally. So to me, that says a lot as well. Give me 1 minute here. I saw something. Just give me 1 second. Somebody earlier today sent they sent a dono through I think it was PayPal, and I'm looking for it. I saw an email that came through, and again, I appreciate it. You know, if I see them, I'll shout you out on a live stream. And again, I always, like I said, I always do appreciate that too, especially with everything that's coming up. Oh Lord, got Mama's Day coming up Sunday. There it is, PayPal. So there's a 20 cent from. I'm going to just use initials here. Okay, NK. Thank you very much. There was no comment on that. That itself was. So thank you for that. Britt, thanks for the 26 months there. My birthday is soon. Now I'll become the big 4-0. I'll enjoy it. That's you know what? 4-0 these days is like 3-0. You know, it's just seriously, like no joke. Maintain on it. And it's soon. Let me know when it is, and we'll bust you out some singing too. You know, I love being able to bust some happy birthday singing out for people. You know, I love we get to revitalize the Chi-Chi song as well. Wheat Toast, thank you for the gifted membership as well. Thank you, Wheat Toast. It's awesome. So let's see. I need to send you all over. Let me find the Wiz. Let's see. Shizzy's got, I don't know what he's covering today. I don't know what's on there, but I'm going to send you over there anyway. You go have fun over there. Give me 1 minute. I got to set up the redirect. It will just take me a minute. Actually, I've gotten very good at the redirects. They're pretty fast. It's saving right now. So here we go. Right. And Emma, by the way, resent. I will check that out right after I sign off too. And I appreciate that, Emma, by the way. You know, I didn't. Let me make sure it came through. Yes, I see it at the top. I can see it there. Thank you for that too. All right. I'm going to send you over to Shizzy. Appreciate you. Tell them Tug sent you. And we will see you probably tomorrow. Peace.